Jeff's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, America's #1 battery destination, where Sammy, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge, and Sammy does that for free too. In no time at all, Jeff is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong.
An Odyssey sports station. Evan Roberts. Tiki Barber. It's Evan and Tiki on WFAN, The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
What's up? How we doing today? Evan and Tiki on The Fan on a Thursday here in New York City. We got a lot to do. We will finally play the Emmy Award-winning game, Quarterback Bingo, coming up a little bit later on, where we'll try to figure out where all these quarterbacks are going to end up, probably next week when free agency begins. I will address, because I finally have to address this ridiculous Juan Soto controversy that you probably haven't heard of.
I have not heard of this.
We'll get to that a little bit later on. And of course, we'll talk to you throughout the day, 888-808-1019. A couple of things right off the top. Last night, the Knicks did lose to the Oklahoma City Thunder. If you are a Knicks fan and you want to bitch about it and you want to complain about God knows what, whether it's the officiating or Cat not getting the basketball enough or whatever you want to complain about, I get it. That's a tough loss, even if it means nothing. Mm-hmm. That's how I want to phrase it. Because, yes, I'm a diehard fan. I'm not happy when I watch my team lose. I'm frustrated when I get 2 open looks at 3 to tie the game and I come up short. Right. So for all the Knicks fans out there, I don't want Tiki and I to minimize your feelings towards that loss or if it was a win. So the door is open, 888-808-1019. But I have to tell you my biggest takeaway from last night, and it's going to surprise you, because it has nothing to do with the Knicks winning an NBA championship or even them losing last night to the Thunder. I love instant replay because I love getting things right.
Yes.
And I love it in all of sports. As I sat there last night watching, I'll say it, because I'm the IBO. I'm not going to be a Nick crybaby. As I watched the egregious officiating last night, along with the flaws in instant replay, it really hit me that replay in basketball is a major problem. Because you not only had 2 incredibly huge overturned calls because of replay late, including a rarely called proximate foul on Karl Anthony Towns, which I'm sure most people don't even know what that is.
I had no idea. I didn't know what they were talking about.
Of course not.
And Karl Anthony Towns didn't know what he was talking about because he's over there like, huh? Like, what's scratching his head like, excuse me. Yes. Can you explain that to me, please?
I will give you a brief explanation, and I watch a ton of basketball. Very rarely do you see this called. But basically, if you're going to challenge an out-of-bounds play, which the Thunder did, it now, starting last year, allowed the officials to also look for a foul. And if they decide to call that foul, it's a proximate foul. So when OKC challenged the out-of-bounds call with about 4 minutes to go in this game, and this was a big, big moment, they not only said it's your basketball, they also said, hey, that's a proximate foul on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his 5th, and you're going to get 2 free throws.
Right.
So it went from OKC up 3 with 4 minutes to go, and the Knicks getting the basketball, to OKC up 3 with 4 minutes to go, a 5th foul on Cat, and 2 free throws for Oklahoma City.
Which was a big deal because he ultimately fouled out.
Yes. Yes, it's always a big deal when a foul's called on Cat.
Of course.
And here's what drives me nuts, right? Hear me out on this. Was there a foul on Karl Anthony Towns on that play? There was.
Yeah.
Okay? There was. His hand kind of clipped the face of, I forget who it was on OKC that was going for the ball out of bounds, right? So it was a foul. They got it right. But in the spirit of basketball, they didn't call it.
Right.
And now we're sitting here looking at instant replay to super slow-mo analyze if it's a foul or not, when in the majority of the rest of the game, they're not reviewing everything. And what really pissed me off, and again, I don't even like the Knicks, what really pissed me off was the previous challenge on the OG N1, in which OKC challenged it, great job by Mark Daigneault, and they say, oh, no, that's an offensive foul. Excuse me?
Yeah.
That's an offensive foul? Yet early in this game, when SGA clearly commits his third.
Right, throws his body into Jalen Brunson.
We don't have the mechanism to even challenge that. So my issue is, it's not hating the officials, it's realizing, and it's crazy that last night's game is what did it for me. Instant replay sucks in the NBA. It does not work, and you saw the flaws firsthand, and it really contributed to the Knicks losing to the Thunder.
So the NFL had this issue when they tried to bring this up with pass interference. You remember they trialed it, I think it was in the preseason, or maybe it was actually in the regular season, where they thought about being able to review non-call pass interference.
Yes.
You remember this?
Oh, dude, yes.
And so the reason that it failed mightily is exactly what you're talking about with this proximate foul on Karl Anthony Towns. The last thing that the NFL wanted to do was put more flags, more hankies on the field. It slows down the game. It's not fair because you could literally call it on any play. If you could review non-called pass interferences, think how many pass interferences would be called in games. I mean, it would be 5 guys looking at all the wide receivers, and as soon as a DB makes some sort of, improper contact as when the ball's in the air, you know what? Challenge that. That's a pass interference. And we'd get 10 yards, 20 yards, 8 yards, whatever it is, for free over and over and over again. That's essentially what this is with the NBA. When you can review one thing and then call a foul on something else not related to what you're reviewing, you're putting hankies on the court.
Yeah.
Or you're putting fouls on the court. And that's not fair to the game because this happens all the time.
Yeah, that foul that, yes, it was a foul on Karl Anthony Towns, is not usually called in the course of action.
Right.
And in the course of action, you don't have the ability to stop the game and review it.
Right.
And so it was a foul, but in the spirit of the sport, it's just not right. And I hope I'm the right person with this message because I'm not an angry Knicks fan. Mm-hmm. I'm not sitting here blaming the officials for why the Knicks lost last night.
Right. They lost because they couldn't shoot in the first half.
No, absolutely. They lost for a myriad of reasons. They missed too many free throws. Jalen Brunson was not Jalen Brunson last night. They couldn't get the basketball to Cat in the second half. The 2 open threes at the end of the game, we throw that in there. Yes, SGA is as good as anybody at hunting fouls and getting to the free throw line. Like when you lose a close basketball game, there's 100 reasons.
Right.
It really is. We could go through it all day.
Right. Somebody might want to guard Chet Holmgren, please.
Yeah, that's true, especially in the first half. Like there are many. Josh Hart suffers a back issue.
Right.
Like there's 150 reasons when you lose a close basketball game. But it felt to me like last night it exposed why this doesn't work. Because you mentioned the proximate foul on Cat. The one that just kills me more is, let's go back earlier in the game. And I hate to use the word rigged because I don't think basketball's rigged.
Yeah, especially early in games. It's not happening.
Well, I don't know.
All right, go ahead.
Here's my issue. SGA has 2 fouls on him. He clearly commits a charge.
Yes.
It's a charge. I'm sorry. All these other calls we can debate all day. It's a freaking charge. Are these officials knowing and thinking, well, he's got 2. We don't want to give him a 3rd.
Yeah, because he's the star. He's the reason that the national NBA fan is watching this game.
Yeah.
The last thing we want is for him to get his 3rd foul and have to sit on the bench and not play.
Is that a thought in officials' minds?
I'm
just asking the question now.
I didn't think of
it.
I didn't think of it that way. In real time, I thought of it as he is the MVP. Shea is one of the best players in the NBA. We all know it. He's got a great personality. He's earned the right not to be called.
No, that's not the way this works.
I understand that, but that was my thought. He is a superstar in the NBA, and because of that, just like with Michael Jordan, just like with all greats,
I'm okay.
Just like with Shaq, who used to bully his way, clearly offensive fouling to the rim and dunking. You don't get called. It doesn't get called because you are a star. You've earned that.
Okay. I'm okay with that, believe it or not. I'm okay with stars getting calls because I understand that's been a part of basketball as long as I've ever lived. Here's what I'm not okay with. This is where I get pissy. I get pissy when I'm not going to call that because you have 2 fouls. If you had 1 foul, well, I'm going to call it. Like, we'll call fouls on SGA. Remember, he had 2 to begin with.
Right.
It's not like he doesn't get called for fouls. So that's the problem.
Right. And this is what Mike Brown got pissed off about.
Dude, Mike Brown had every right to lose his mind. And Knicks fans, as much as I'll mock you for blaming officials, forget every other call in this game. And trust me, there are plenty of others you can bring up. That's the one that sticks out at me because it just feels illegitimate. Because I want to know from an official. I want to know deep down. I want a lie detector test.
Right.
Are you choking on that whistle because he's got 2 fouls?
Right. And this is not in the last 5 minutes, so you're not going to get it on the end of the game report. And it kind of disappears unless we talk about it.
But it changes the game.
Right.
Like if you're watching that game, and I hate when people say it's only the last 2 minutes in the NBA. It's bullcrap. It's not true.
Right.
Games change all over those 4 quarters. If Shai Gilgeous-Alexander commits a 3rd foul, and he did, don't tell me he didn't. He did. He does not play the rest of the first half. He doesn't.
Yeah.
So what's the score at halftime?
Right.
It's different is the point.
Of course it is.
And so the reason I'm all aggravated about this, and this goes back to replay, later in the game, because they called a foul, there's a mechanism for OKC to challenge the OGN one. And now they review it and they analyze it and they're like, oh, okay, that's a charge. Yet there's no mechanism earlier in the game on as important of a play to view that.
Right.
And I almost now start to think to myself, if you can't review every that's a charge, that's not a charge, then I don't want you reviewing any of them.
Yeah, it makes it feel illegitimate in some way. It's not fully illegitimate, but it makes it feels like this is so subjective that it's useful when it matters, but it's not useful all the time.
Well, it also makes it seem like the officials are better off blowing a whistle. Because if they blow a whistle, then you can challenge it. Like if they had called a blocking foul on Jalen Brunson, which right now, going back into time, I wish they did.
Right, it had to be something.
Because if they don't call anything, you can't review it. The game just continues to flow.
So the challenge is Shai was out of control. Like he didn't have a full handle on the basketball. So he probably didn't even see Jalen Brunson get position. And so he looks up, he's like, oh crap, he's right here. He loses the ball again, barrels through him. That's either a block or it's a charge. It's not nothing.
Well, when you call nothing, it's the worst case scenario.
I know, but it was nothing. They called nothing.
I know.
And in fact, Shai stopped.
Yeah.
If you watch the play, Shai hits Jalen Brunson. He's like, crap, whatever. Let me just throw this thing in. And he throws it and it goes in. Nothing.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, okay, I got away with something. I got away with it. You could clearly tell if you rewatch that, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander basically stops and says, crap, that's a foul. Throws it into the basket. Nothing happened.
No.
He got away with it, and he knew he got away with it.
I'm sure he did. I want to abolish instant replay in the NBA. And I don't know if I'm there with every sport because I think with football, I'll move to football for a second. I believe there's a mechanism in a fair way, to literally review everything and get everything right.
Yeah.
I don't think you can in the NBA because
it's too fast.
It's also not fair. Like, I was thinking last night, because this really did bother me, because I really think it changed the game. And I try to be fair when I watch these games, no matter what my internal feelings are to the Knicks, you know? But I thought to myself, well, is there a way where you can stop the game right after if you're Mike Brown, call a timeout, almost throw a challenge flag, and go back? The way they go back and look at 2s versus 3s. Like, they will do that at the first dead ball timeout. They'll analyze, you know what? We have a stop on the play. Was that a 2? Was that a 3? And they do that because it doesn't impact or change what would have happened next.
Right.
But you can't do that in the NBA.
No.
And the more I thought about it, the more I said, you know what? I can't think of something fair, so get rid of it. Because I think in a lot of ways, even though, yes, letter of the law, instant replay helps you get it right, it also makes the game so terribly unfair. It is unfair last night that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander wasn't called for a 3rd foul, and we never got a fair arbiter way to look at it.
Right.
That was messed up. A fair arbitration of the play.
Yes.
While with OG Anunoby, with 5 minutes to go in what was an incredibly significant play, think about it. OKC is up 5 with 5 minutes and 51 seconds to go. OG gets an N1 that pulls him within 3 and a free throw coming up, and they overturn it.
Right.
And now OKC gets the ball back up 5 with 5 minutes to go. Like, that was such a significant call, but it had an arbitration because you had the replay.
Yes.
And that feels unfair.
Right, even if it was right.
Even if it was right. Same thing with the approximate foul on Cat. Like, yes, it was a foul, but you didn't call it to begin with.
Right.
And if we stopped every second and analyzed what you didn't call, there'd be 15 more fouls in a game. It's not fair. And I'm not saying this as an angry Knicks fan, because I'm not. I'm saying it as a basketball fan who realizes instant replay sucks. We need to abolish it. Like, the only way we should have instant replay is in the last two. I can't even say that. No,
Right.
I take that away. Inbound, out of bounds.
Because then it makes it about the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
And then it makes it, all right,
Right.
who cares? Just keep the thing somewhat close in the last 2 minutes. Let's go. Let's race.
I take it back. You're right.
It's like the sprint to the end of the marathon.
You're right. I think it's just the way they initially installed instant replay many years ago. It was just out of bounds plays. And that's it. That's it, because it just becomes so unfair. That's the problem. So I'm not bitching about SGA being a foul merchant. God bless him for being a foul merchant. Like, that's part of the business right now. Until the NBA comes up with rules to change kind of the benefit of being a foul merchant, you're allowed to be a foul merchant.
You know, Brunson flops a lot.
He's a foul merchant. And that's okay. So I'm not even bitching about SGA or Jalen Brunson. It's just replay sucks. And then it leads me to baseball.
Right.
Do we really need to review balls and strikes? Like, is that where we're at with these two challenges? I know it hasn't even started yet officially.
No, we don't, actually.
We don't need it.
We don't need it. I think it's fine the way it is. It can become a part of human error in sport. By the way, that is part of sport. Human error in sport. It happens. Now, the challenge is you start to worry about, like, malfeasance. Guys doing intentionally bad things. Umpires cheating.
Yeah.
That's why you put in replay.
Yes.
Because it keeps them in check.
Well,
And I think the fix to that, though, is not instant replay. The fix to that is a serious grading of umpires and
Absolutely.
referees. And that's all sports.
I agree.
A serious, like, someone has to take full account. Was this call right? Did you miss this call? And you get judged on it. And if you grade below, I don't know, say 70% or 80%, you're not a ref anymore.
No, I think that's the fairest way to do it, and that's what really bothers me about the non-charge on SGA. I get that we're going to miss calls. Basketball's a really tough game to officiate. I would argue, I don't know, football's pretty close too. It's the toughest to officiate.
But football, there's 7 guys out there in
true.
football.
You got more help.
You got a ton of help, and
Yes.
there's a video assistant guy.
So would you agree that basketball is the toughest game to officiate?
100%.
Okay.
Because it's so fast.
I
and
agree.
these guys aren't big. It's not like these are basketball players reffing basketball games. These are like these are normal people our size trying to run around, look through the trees, and find fouls.
Yes.
It's hard.
Yeah, I agree. It's a very tough game to officiate, and I know we're not going to get everything right. What I need to know and what needs to be stressed to officials is what you call should be exactly the same no matter how many fouls are currently on the best player in the NBA.
Yes.
And that's what was like my biggest takeaway early in this game.
Yeah, but that feels like the throwback, though. The throwback is the best players in the NBA get the benefit of the doubt.
I have no problem with the best players in the NBA getting calls. I want to make that clear. That has been a part of the sport forever. It's like Greg Maddux getting an extra inch on the strike zone. My problem is your view of that player shouldn't change when they have 2 fouls. Your view of that player shouldn't change when they have 5 fouls.
Right.
Karl Anthony Towns is a hell of a basketball player. I'm not suggesting he's SGA. I'm not suggesting he's ever going to win an MVP. But Karl Anthony Towns certainly doesn't get officiated differently when he has 5 fouls. Watch last night.
Right.
And that's all I ask for, because it felt, and everybody knows it except for one person. Everyone knows SGA committed a charge,
Yes.
except for one person. You know who that one person is?
Who?
Oh, I pulled the audio. The freaking Oklahoma City Thunder analyst.
Who is it?
I don't even know his name.
SGA knew he committed a foul.
SGA knew it. ESPN knew it. Walt Clyde Frazier, who will call it like it is every single night, knew it. I, as a Knicks hater, knew it.
We are the New York Knicks.
But this guy, I pulled the clip for you because I couldn't believe this was real.
Okay.
Here is the OKC announcers very briefly talking about the horrendous non-charge call on SGA.
You got to think that he wanted SGA to get that 3rd foul.
Yeah, well, that's a no call. His foot is in front of him.
No, stop.
What?
That's a no call.
His foot is in front of him.
Yeah, he didn't even have a good reason.
What?
They moved on quickly.
He had to, because it was like, no, don't go there. Stop your talk right now, because that makes no damn sense.
Let me explain this to
He
the
didn't have control of the ball, and he barreled through Jalen Brunson. That is an offensive foul.
This is very simple to the announcers in Oklahoma City, to the announcers in every city in the country. It is okay to say a bad call benefited your team.
Yes.
It's okay. It's fine. Like Walt Clyde Frazier, this is why he is the GOAT of broadcasters.
Right.
He don't give an F. Like, he's just going to sit there and tell you the truth. Like, on the proximate foul call, he's like, yeah, he hit him. Like, he knows the deal.
Right, but it's not the foul is right. It's just how they got to the foul is the problem.
No doubt. We'll get to your calls next, 888-808-1019. Plus, I love good condescension. Condescension? Yeah, condescension.
Yes.
Like when you're really condescending.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of that, and I thought last night after the game, Jalen Brunson and Mike Brown brought it to a whole new level. They brought passive aggressiveness to a whole new level, and I'm here for it.
Yeah.
We'll play it for you. We'll get to your phone calls, 888-808-1019, as we take you throughout your morning and afternoon. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires. From Connecticut to Maine, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
I'm always incredibly busy, juggling life and always on the go. But knowing that I am safe and my family is safe when I'm not with them is priority number one. It's why I turn to our partners at Sloman's, who recently installed the Sloman's Shield Link system into our home. It is a beautiful smart home security solution that combines safety, convenience, and peace of mind, and you can manage it all from your phone. The best thing about the Sloman's Shield Link program is that the installers can do it exactly how you want it, whether you need your garage door controlled, the lighting, your door locks, CO2, smoke and fire detections, or even like we did, hooked up our speakers and Apple Music all throughout the house so we can control it from our phone, whether we're home or whether we're away. Experience the future of home security and automation with the Sloman Shield Link system. Call 1-800-ALARM-ME. That's 1-800-ALARM-ME or visit slomans.com.
And this portion of the program is also sponsored by Amazon Hub Delivery.
And another steal by Jermichael Davis, picked off the pass and a right-hand slam.
Coming off a big win at Maryland, Jermichael Davis and the Rutgers Scarlet Knights are back on the road. Hi, this is Jerry Recco. Join me and Chris Corso for all the action as RU looks for the upset at number 8 Michigan State tonight at 8 p.m. on Sports Radio 660 AM and always streaming on the free Odyssey app.
Hey, business owners, it's Tiki Barber. Are you looking to earn extra money? Of course you are. When your business partners with Amazon Hub Delivery, you simply drop off packages to Amazon customers in your neighborhood. Get started at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery.
College basketball is nonstop. Big games, tight spreads, momentum swings every night. And now FanDuel is giving you a way to turn that energy into even bigger wins with College Basketball Parlay Profit Boost. Here's how it works. Build any college hoops parlay you like. The early tip, the rivalry game, the ranked matchup, the late night West Coast shootout, mixed spreads, totals, props, whatever fits your read on the slate. Just apply your profit boost and instantly bump up the potential payout. Go safe, go spicy, go with your team that you've been following all season long. It's your parlay, your style. Head to FanDuel.com/New York to get started. FanDuel, play your game. We love the app around here. It's safe and secure, and when you win, you do get paid instantly. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN.
21 plus and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Minimum 2-leg parlay required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable Boost Builder tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amounts. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
I'm a 100% kind of guy, so I got Verizon Fios. It's 100% fiber internet because I do everything at 100%.
What game should we watch?
100% of them.
She hits a
penalty kick
out of the park
from way downtown for a
beautiful shot onto the green.
You either have 100% fiber internet or you don't. Get Verizon Fios. It's super fast and reliable with ultra low lag. It's 100% or nothing. Call 1-833-VERIZON to switch today.
Go Teams!
At NYU Langone Health, we know there really is no place like home. That's why we get our surgery patients home faster and have fewer readmissions than any other health system. That means once you're home, you won't need to go back for the same procedure. Instead, you can get back to the things you love. And the next time you need something else, we're here. Better health starts with a better health system. Learn more at nyulangonehealth.org.
Attention! Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-747-7676. 800-747-7676. Again, that's 800-747-7676.
Operating engineers Local 825 are the men and women who make our region move. So whether it's roads, bridges, or our favorite team stadium, they build and maintain the critical transportation, water, and energy infrastructure we rely on. That's why their advocacy organization, ELEC, the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, fights for those priorities every day. That's ELEC, representing the signatory contractors and the hardworking men and women who build both New York and New Jersey.
It's March savings time at Nielsen Dodge. It's also tax return time, and we have a great money-saving idea. Show us what your tax return is, and we'll double it up to $1,500.
You can count on zero down payment, super low lease payments, 0% financing is available.
Lease a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee Altitude X 4x4, just $198 a month.
Match your tax return up to $1,500 on any new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, or Ram.
Hundreds of vehicles in stock with big savings off MSRP. And of course, we always give you the credit help you need.
Find out what your tax return is before April 15th, and we'll double it up to $1,500. Max your tax only at Nielsen Dodge for a limited time.
On Route 10 in East Hanover, or shop online at nielsendodge.com.
Declaration of Deal sales event.
With approval, term 27 months, due at sign, $51.98. Add tax tag $498 and DMV fees. For tax refund info, see dealer for details.
The most important meal of the day just got better at Dunkin'. Now you can get a medium hot or iced coffee, 6 crispy hash browns, and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, all for $6. That's a full breakfast meal for $6. 6 crispy golden hash browns, a warm, delicious bacon, egg, and cheese, and a medium coffee to start your day right. Do breakfast the Dunkin' way and order Dunkin's $6 meal. No substitutions, participations and times may vary. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Baseball or football, WFAN runs the city. Yankees bats, Mets heat, Giants defense, Jets dreams. It's all here every day. The Fan, 101.9 FM and always streaming on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
Get your calls in a minute, 888-808-1019. After the game, I couldn't wait to hear the post game because Mike Brown was pissed. He was called for a technical last night. That was his first one as Knicks head coach. He waited for the right moment.
Right, it was worth it.
To lose his bleep. And it was worth it. So I was curious how Mike Brown would take it after the game because he's such a nice guy. I remember telling you that before he got hired. I said, I'll tell you this about Mike Brown. Anyone who's ever dealt with him, he's like the nicest guy in the world. So how does a nice guy handle it in the postgame? And the way he handled it was by being as passive-aggressive as I have ever seen. Listen to Mike Brown compliment MVP SGA.
SGA he's a tough cover, and he does a great job of convincing the referees, probably better than anybody in the league, that he's getting hit.
You're a whiny bitch. I respect that, though.
That's great, though.
That's his way of saying, oh, he's so great.
Probably better than anybody in the league.
The only problem he runs into, and I say this with respect, because I respect SGA, he is a foul merchant. Two things can be true.
Right.
He is a wonderful basketball player. I don't dislike him. I may have disliked his outfit after the game, but I don't dislike him. That's a part of the sport.
Of course.
With that said, if SGA is the number one foul merchant in the NBA, who do you think is probably, I don't know, the number 2 foul merchant in the NBA?
You know, Brunson flops a lot.
Definitely.
So it is a little hypocritical.
Right. But I think he was making a point.
No, he was making a point.
That's all it was. He was making a point without trying to overly or not explicitly criticize the referees.
And it was a very accurate point.
Yes.
Like, spot the lie, there is no lie. So I want you to put that in your head. That's how Mike Brown handled it. Would you like to hear Jalen Brunson handle it his way?
Go ahead.
A little condescension from Jalen Brunson. Take a listen.
Black eye, or is that a scratch? What is that?
Yeah, a little black eye.
Just a little.
Yeah, probably a no call. All right, see you guys later.
Damn. That's solid.
Probably a no call. I like that one better.
Yeah, it's true. Because you kind of have to know it happened to know what he's talking about. But if you know what happened and you know what he's talking about, it's a solid hit.
And something very underrated about that clip, I want you to play it one more time, Connor. I want you to listen to what he says right after he drops the hammer with the probably a no call. Because I think this was the exclamation point that, to me, made it even funnier. Take a listen.
You got a black eye, or is that a scratch? What is that?
Yeah, a little black eye.
Just a little.
Yeah, probably a no call. All right, see you guys later.
All right, see you guys later. Like he did the whole, all right, it's been nice. Tip your waitresses on the way out. I respect that. And what's funny is when the playoffs start, because one of the biggest takeaways is, oh, this was like the playoffs. This could be a finals preview. It really wasn't like the playoffs, and it really wouldn't be a finals preview in terms of the way the game was played. Yeah, the Knicks can play the Thunder. I mean, that may be even the likeliest finals scenario if you're a betting man. But I think what would be different is, A, the Thunder and Knicks both were not healthy. The Knicks by choice, not playing Mitchell Robinson. The Thunder by health, with Jalen Williams still dealing with his hamstring issue. And I also think it'd be officiated differently. I do. I think in the postseason there would actually be less whistles in the postseason.
I mean, there should be less whistles in the postseason.
Yep.
But we never know.
You never know. And the other thing is they were both coming off back-to-backs. Right. That's another thing that made it very unplayoff-like. And one other quick thing, Walt Clyde Frazier brought up something we brought up on our show yesterday late in the program when we talked about how the price to get in wasn't that high. And Walt Clyde brought up the stat that the Thunder are not a road draw and mentioned, they're 18th in the league in road attendance, and then proceeded to name the top teams in road attendance. And it all made sense except for one. He's like, it's the Knicks, it's the Lakers, it's the Warriors. And then he said the Nets.
The Nets still in the league?
What?
Yeah, he said Brooklyn.
Nobody roots for the Nets.
That can't
You know what I'm saying,
true.
bro?
Yeah, I need to can you fact check that?
Yeah.
Because when Walt said
The
that,
hapless Nets.
That can't be right.
I thought he was trolling me. I thought Clyde was like, you know what? I like that kid. He plays all those clips. I'm going to troll him right now.
Yegor Joman, a big draw.
Yeah, people come out to see him. When he plays, which is rarely. Let's get to your calls. 888-808-1019. Let's kick it off with Mario in Long Beach. I'm purposely kicking it off with you since Mario bitches we don't open with the Knicks enough.
You got me on that one. It was very, very good opening, Evan. Very good. And I like the way you articulated the ref and the calls. You were 100% on there.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, so and anyway, my point here is that I really, from a Knicks standpoint, I'm a Knicks fan. From a Knicks fan, I feel really good because Anunoby, I think Bridges and Brunson shot 17 for 51.
Yeah.
That's probably not going to happen that often.
Agreed.
You know? And also Mitchell Robinson sat. Now, Mitchell Robinson would be big because he would stop Holmgren. He has the ability to do that.
It's a complete game-changing thing. It's not just Mitch. I throw Jalen Williams in there, too, for OKC. He's genuinely hurt, so maybe it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
But you nailed it, and more so than even the combined shooting of Brunson, Bridges, and OG, if you want to add it up. It's Jalen. I mean, Jalen Brunson was 5 for 18 from the field, and late in this game missed a few shots. His words, not mine, that he normally makes.
Yeah, of course. And he didn't score his first point until, 2 minutes? Less than 2 minutes in the first quarter? So he was just off. He had an off day.
Yep.
And yet they still found a way, thanks to Mo DOR, at some point to take a lead in the first half.
Landry Shamet in the third quarter, that big 40-point third quarter.
Right. And so I think ultimately the Knicks had a bad game, and they still found a way to almost win it.
Yeah, we talk about how we all know it's a make-or-miss league, but with the Knicks this season, the overwhelming numbers and their record when they outshoot you from three or from the field, well, they got outshot in both areas, including 28% from three. And yes, they were a shot away from tying this basketball game, two shots away, and a couple of free throws made from winning this basketball game. Jason's on Long Island. Hey, Jason.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good.
All's good.
Well, Mario from Long Beach really beat me, too. My point is that, as Evan said, yes, it's a tough loss and you could be frustrated, but you got to wake up this morning and say, we could take the Thunder. We could actually take the Thunder.
Now, they're not
That's
at full strength. I mean, you have to, be honest about it.
Sure.
But neither were the Knicks.
The perfect way to describe our first two callers' opinions, I'm going to quote Tommy Lugauer. That's right. Tommy Lugauer, not on his radio show, but on social media. And here's how I'm going to do it. And I think this perfectly exemplifies the difference between the New York Knicks fan today and the New York Knicks fan a year ago. And this backs up something we read to you a couple of days ago, going through the Knicks stats against good teams this year versus last year. Because their record right now is exactly the same as it was a year ago at this time. The difference is they've played much better against really good teams. So last night, our boy Tommy, diehard Knicks fan,
no biggie,
tweets out, 2 great looks. Didn't fall. Happens.
Yeah.
That was a big boy game. Playoff level atmosphere. Knicks can beat anyone. Now, very typical of a positive Tommy. Can I tell you what he tweeted almost exactly a year ago at this time?
What's that?
It's not that the Knicks are losing games to the Celtics, Thunder, and Cavs. It's how they're losing. Non-competitive. Their inability to defend the three is startling. Nights like these are, quote, sobering. Now that was Tommy last year in full panic mode. When he uses the word sobering, which he didn't even know what it meant. He had to look it up.
Tommy, the hopeless romantic.
That's when you know there was panic. And I think his sense today, much like Knicks fans, because I do think he represents them, is we're right there with these guys.
Of course you are.
And I feel like you feel that way with everyone outside of Detroit who's handled you very well this year. But all the other good teams, you feel like, yeah, we're right there with them. We can beat anybody in the league.
No, of course they can. It's just a matter of when it gets to the postseason, are they on with their shot? Because ultimately it comes down to, I almost say the same thing every time they lose a game. What was the 3-point shooting compared to the other team? Because that's what it comes down to.
Dude, it's like clockwork.
It absolutely is. When they outshoot their opponent, they usually win games.
Andrew is in Westchester County. What's up, Andrew?
Yeah. Hey, Andrew. What's up, dude?
Hey, how you doing, sir?
All's good.
What's up?
I've thought a simple solution to deal with.
Go ahead.
Basically, my thought would be, apologize for that, boys. My thought would be to add one more foul to both the NBA and the college before fouling out. Simple solution.
Yeah.
I don't see a huge negative to it. It's already difficult to ref. You're going to have bad calls. It's a way to make the refs become less impactful,
right,
and keep superstars in the game.
The only negative to it, because I agree with keeping superstars in the game, and the other benefit that you didn't even address but would definitely help is my big issue with the SGA non-call is, were they thinking it's a third foul? And would you be less likely to think about a third foul call when 7 is how you get fouled out versus 6? And I think that if it does, then it's a positive. I think the negative or the unintended consequences you're not thinking of is, what happens in the playoffs when teams want to play hack-a-mitch?
Yeah.
You know, those role players, those bums off the bench.
That's why you can't do it.
Exactly.
Because every time Mitch gets the ball, he'll be fouled.
Yes.
Every single time. And you can't have that.
Yes. So the unintended consequences is that. Let's go to Peter in White Plains. Hey, Peter.
Hey, guys. How are you? Thanks for taking the call. Appreciate it.
What's up, dude?
What's up?
So you guys were talking about, I think, Evan, you mentioned a little while ago about why can't the NBA go back and make a call after the fact and all that. But I think the NHL gets it right because that's exactly what they do. If there's a play that's offside and a coach challenges it and they're right, let's just say that the team brings the puck into the zone, they maintain possession for 45 seconds, they score a goal. Other team challenges, says, no, the puck was brought in offsides.
Yeah.
And if they're deemed correct, the goal is wiped off the board and the clock reverts back 45 seconds. In an instance like last night with that foul where it was obvious, right?
Right.
Why can't they, after the play, the next stoppage, Mike Brown challenges the play. Yeah, it was a foul. Revert the clock back.
I'll tell you why. And here's the biggest difference between when they do it or how they do it in hockey versus the NBA is sometimes there isn't a dead ball for a long period of time.
Yeah, it's true.
And so what are you going to do? Wipe out 7 buckets?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Wipe out 3.5 minutes of game time?
Right.
Like, you just can't do it.
In hockey, you can intentionally kind of stop the clock if your coach wants that to happen.
Well, you can do that in the NBA as well, in fairness, but are you going to?
I don't know. I don't know if one bucket is that important in the NBA. One goal is very important in hockey. Didn't this happen in the Olympics? When they're an offsides that they challenged?
Yeah, no, it happens a lot in hockey.
Look, the coach was trying to make I forget the circumstances, and it ultimately didn't work. It was deemed fine. They weren't offsides, and the goal counted. But goals are at a premium in hockey. Buckets are not at a premium in basketball.
There's just too much time that you would have to almost wipe out to go back and look at a play. Now, they do this with 2s and 3s, and it's kind of simple. Even if 4 or 5 minutes go by, during the break in the action, the PA announcer will come on and say, that 2-pointer has been ruled a 3. Instead of the Nets being down by 27, they are down by 28.
And ultimately, it didn't matter.
Yes, and ultimately, it doesn't matter. But in a case like that, it doesn't change what happened next.
Yeah.
By going back and changing that call, you're not only changing the score, but you're stopping the game. Well, the game didn't stop. The game continued. So it almost becomes an impossibility. Because I thought about it last night after that play. I was like, hey, how do we fix this? I'm a man of solutions. And unfortunately, there isn't a solution. That's why I lean towards getting rid of all of it. Because I think instant replay in the NBA, and you saw it last night, shows the inadequacies of it. And it shows the unfairness of it. Let's go to Rob in Point Pleasant. Hey, Rob.
Hey, guys. What's going on? How are you?
Good.
All's good.
I was just thinking about what you guys were saying about the Nets being a road draw, and an idea popped into my head. I'm a Giants fan. I've been rooting for bad teams for a while now, so when I buy a ticket to a game, I want to see my team win. So I think what's happening is that more people are buying these tickets because their teams have a pretty good chance of winning against the Nets.
I think that's what it is. I couldn't find whatever statistic Clyde was referring to.
That's actually very
Swag, not
but
Nets.
That makes sense. Like you know you're going to win.
And you can leave early. You can head out there because you're up by 60 points in the third quarter.
What are they on they're 9 straight. They've lost 9 straight.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just bad.
Well, they're tanking, dude.
Of course they are, but it's just 9. You almost unintentionally win a game.
Have you seen how they've lost some of these games?
Yeah,
I think they're intentionally losing some of these games.
It's just bad for the game. I saw this stat. I mean, it's not really a fair stat, but it is. It's the stat. It is what it is. That the bottom 8 teams or something.
They're on a 40-game losing streak.
Yeah, something like that. And look, some of these teams have only lost like 1 game in a row.
Right.
But it's still the fact that the bottom, 8 or 10, have not won a game in 44 combined games.
No, it's brutal.
It's just bad, dude.
You're going to really appreciate this. Connor, can you pull up the David Fizdale comment? So David Fizdale, of course, is the former head coach of the New York Knicks. He did an interview on the Run It Back podcast recently about the Knicks and tanking, and they thought they were getting Kyrie and KD, and he admitted that they were tanking, which, I don't know, should the NBA investigate? Should the NBA go back and retroactively fine the Knicks?
I mean, maybe.
Maybe. But forget all that, because I don't think Knicks fans care about that anymore. It's so the past. David Fizdale used a term, and it made me think of you. Because whenever we've talked about tanking in the NFL or the NBA, Tiki would always bring up the coach. Like, look what you're doing to your record. Like, Aaron Glenn can't afford to do this. Jordy Fernandez can't afford to do this.
Right.
And David Fizdale, who did do this and has not been an NBA head coach since, unless my memory is forgetting something, here's how he described the losses being added to his resume based on tanking.
Losing all them damn games, donating my record.
Donating my record.
Yep, donating my record for some future success that's going to have nothing to do with you.
Yes.
And then you get known as a losing coach.
Because it's on your resume.
Because it's just a fact.
So
that you can't obscure the facts of a coach's win-loss record.
No, and we look at it. I mean,
100%.
Like and I know that John Harbaugh and Mike McCarthy didn't do it, but we look at John Harbaugh and Mike McCarthy's winning percentage. We break it down. Who's the better coach? What if early in one of their careers they were forced to tank?
Yeah. Or just in a terrible situation,
right,
where they knew they couldn't win, and then the organization kept saying, "Give us another year."
Yeah,
right. We need to replenish our stock of talent.
You're donating your record.
Yeah,
I'm going to use that one.
That's a great way to put it.
It's
Donating my record.
Yeah, we're going to use that from now on.
Right.
So the next time, probably in September, when Jet fans are talking about tanking, Tiki and I will say, "Look, can Aaron Glenn really afford to donate his record?"
No, you can't, because it's just how you're going to be perceived.
Yes.
Just is what it is. I mean, Dave's got lucky because his first year, he had a winning record.
Yeah.
And so even though it was ugly in year 2, you still gave him some benefit of the doubt because it still looked like a winning record. After that, it was Katie bar the door, though.
Mark is in Astoria, New York. What's up, Mark?
What's up, Mark?
What's going on, guys? So I thought I'd have the most radical rule change of the day. I want to give you the 3 intended consequences and then give you the rule and see how you feel. The first intended consequence is players play harder on defense. The second one is referees feel more free to make calls. The third, star players are never taken off the court. I don't understand why we even have to have the concept of fouling out if refs are never going to foul out star players. So just eliminate it. It's a point. It's almost pointless. Why have a situation? Because last night. Well, go ahead, Tiki. I'm sorry.
No,
that was Evan.
But because of something we just brought up, the unintended consequences of the lousy player who comes off the bench to just foul someone. There would be no consequences to it.
Right.
Right, but you wouldn't even have to bring in that lousy player to do it. The players on the court could do it. If they want to hack somebody to let them go to the line, let them do it. The guy still has the opportunity to hit the free throws.
But it's not even about. But Mark, it's not even about like them hitting their free throws, and that's unfair because that's never my argument. It's just not good for the sport. Like aesthetically, the game stopping every 10 seconds because there's a foul becomes unwatchable. So forget about how unfair it is to Mitchell Robinson or anyone else who's a bad free throw shooter, because I actually agree with Mark's take. Get better at it. It's not my freaking problem. I just don't think it's good for the sport.
Yeah.
Like, I love the NBA, but the worst kinds of games to watch are the clunky ones in which there are fouls called all the time. And if you have no foul outs, you're just going to be more aggressive on defense.
Yeah, and it's going to become a strategy that coaches are going to teach and employ, which is force them to shoot free throws instead.
Yeah. Look, the solution is you hit on the solution. If you are Adam Silver, and I used to like Adam Silver as a commissioner, I just think he's soft. That's probably the biggest critique of him. David Stern, I want to call him David Stearns. David Stern, it's so weird to call him that now because of David Stearns.
Right.
David Stern was a tyrant. He was a dictator. He was a fascist. All right, maybe I went too far on that.
Right.
He was rough. Like, the stories about him are legendary. He ran the league with an iron fist. And by the way, when you're running a sport, that's not the worst thing in the world. Right? It's not like he's running a country here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a sport.
I mean, he put in a dress policy for the players.
He did.
I mean, that's usually handled on teams. Like, a coach will dictate that. But for the league?
Yeah.
To try to do that, that's reaching.
He's tough.
Yeah, he was tough.
I'll never forget. He was. He's not with us anymore. I'll never forget when Jim Rome, accused David Stern of rigging the NBA lottery, and David's response was, "How long have you beaten your wife?" And Jim Rome was like, "That's not fair to do that."
Yeah.
And that's how insane David Stern was.
Right.
He was going to defend his shield by going so below the belt.
Yeah.
Obviously, that was not true. That was his way of saying what you're accusing me of is not true and so ridiculous that I'm going to accuse you of something. That's ridiculous. But what a commissioner with guts needs to do, and you nailed it, is you grade these officials.
Right.
And you ask that official.
And hold them accountable.
Hold them accountable. Why was that third foul not called?
Yeah.
Was it because he had to? Or was it because you didn't see a charge?
Right.
And you better defend yourself that you didn't see a charge, because if I hear that the reason you choked on that whistle is you didn't want to give SGA his third foul call, I'm suspending your ass for 6 weeks.
Yeah. No, that's exactly what you have to do. The problem is nobody wants to do that because then the accountability to the referees becomes something that probably prevents referees from getting into the business.
Yeah.
So this Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ, precision cooking, effortless results, chefiq.com. Spurs forward Harrison Barnes had a streak of 364 consecutive games played snapped on Tuesday night. The Associated Press revealed what happened. He apparently woke up from a pregame nap with a sore ankle. So must have heard it while he was sleeping, Evan, a little bit like you. You and Harrison Barnes, pretty much the same guy. He played in the first 60 games of this season and all 82 games in each of the prior 3 seasons.
Wow. That's a weak way to have that streak.
That is.
I know, right?
So, long-term prediction. How does Mikal Bridges' streak end? Because he's got the longest streak, man. It's really, really impressive. Flu?
He's going to slip in the shower.
I think it's going to be like a major injury.
No, flu.
You think it's going to be the flu?
Yeah, it's going to be something stupid.
Thank God it wasn't COVID. Could you imagine?
Oh.
That would have just felt dirty.
I would have said COVID, but I don't think
they don't care anymore.
COVID doesn't exist anymore.
It doesn't exist.
It's just the cold now.
I don't want to say the injury because I would never root for an injury on anyone, and I don't want to put it in the atmosphere. But as a credit to Mikal Bridges, the game he finally misses, it's going to be like one of the big ones. And we'll say, it sucks. It happens. It's not going to be a sore back. It's not going to be a little tweak in the hammy.
What are you saying? Like a Achilles?
It would be a big one, yeah. Yeah. But it may not happen for a while.
Yeah. He doesn't play hard enough to do that.
I didn't say that. Let's go to Dan in Saratoga. What's up, Dan?
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Evan, when it comes to replay, you better realize something.
Yeah.
A big percentage of sports fans cannot go without replay.
Why?
They have to have it. And that's called the gambler.
No.
He can't let the end of a game be decided with a bad call from a guy in a striped shirt. Not just with the game score, but the spreads.
Yeah, but my issue with that, Dan, is I think in the NBA, enough games are going to be decided by bad calls because replay isn't eligible for the thing that decided the game. And I think that's my overriding issue with it. So I get your point, and I don't know if it's necessarily gambling more than it is we watch sports with such clarity now.
Mm-hmm.
Just the 4K and all that crap and all the different replays. And so referees and umpires are more exposed today than they were 15 years ago, 20 years ago. And so we want to see everything be right.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that obsession has led to the replay invasion of sports.
Right.
And it doesn't feel like it'll ever go the other way, like it's only expanding.
Yeah, but I also think, and this is what I was alluding to earlier, that the leagues themselves fear the notion of impropriety. And so the replay kind of guarantees that goes away.
That's a good point. Eric's in Tom's River. Hey, Eric.
Hey, how you guys doing? This is about the previous comment that basketball is the toughest sport to officiate. I got to say, you got to throw hockey at the top of the list with the speed and everything that happens. And also to add from some of the stuff I heard, I don't think a foul should ever be called via replay. Like they don't do that in any other sport where they're calling penalties via replay.
Yeah,
I think that's
makes no
absolutely
sense.
ridiculous.
Eric, you're dead on it. It doesn't make sense to put the hanky on the court. In this case, in football, it's obviously a flag, but there's no laundry that goes in basketball. But why put fouls out there that aren't called in real time?
Because they want to get it right. It goes back to the point from 2 callers ago because they want to get everything right. And I appreciate that and I respect that, but there are certain things that just can't be necessarily fixed by replay.
Yeah. And I guess hockey is fastest, but they don't really call anything.
Well, here's the difference. There are penalties in hockey, and yes, we get really pissed off when a penalty is not called or a penalty is called, and Boomer thinks there's a screw the Rangers button. But I think in the NBA, because there are just more plays and more points scored, there's more fouls that can be called.
Yes.
And so to me, that's why it's just more difficult. Now, if you wanted to sell me on Evan, they're on ice skates, and they got to skate around the ice a lot, I'm with you on that.
Right.
That seems really difficult.
But it also doesn't feel like it's a foul-laden sport.
No, it's not.
I mean, the stoppages are icing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not. I'm trying to think of in the fight. They kind of just let them fight. or be physical unless you get your stick up in someone's grill. So it's just not a lot to call in hockey.
Well, put it this way, and for anyone who loves both sports, because I always feel like there's a hockey-basketball split.
Mm-hmm.
I know one buddy of mine who loves both, watches like every Islander game and every Knick game. Here's what I'd ask him to do, or someone of his ilk. The next time you watch one of your teams play, write down every time you think the official screwed up.
Right?
Write it down. I guarantee you, at the end of each game, the list in hockey will be 4 or 5. The list in basketball will be 30. And there's your difference. Just the nature of the sport.
Yeah.
The other thing from last night's game that should piss you off, we'll get to that in a few minutes. Plus, we found out after the show that after Trent McDuffie was traded to the Los Angeles Rams, we broke that story. We didn't break the story, but we reacted to the breaking news story on our show. What we didn't find out till after we signed off is that the Giants almost got him. Is this a sign that they are big game hunting? We'll explore in just a few minutes. 888-808-1019. If you've been thinking about replacing those old chilly windows and doors, now's the time. Windorama's kicking off their winter warm-up sale, and now you can save up to 40% on your installation project when you purchase and install through Windorama. 40% off, big savings, great products and brands, and expert installation. Hard to beat that. Keep the warm air in, cold air out, and upgrade your home the right way. Visit Windorama.com and stop by one of their showrooms today. Windorama, your window and door specialist since 1977.
It's Boomer and Gio. Mornings on the Fan. 101.9 FM.
Jets are in a weird spot. I told Brian Costello this the other day. I've said it for weeks, if not months already on this show, that they're in a really weird spot when it comes to the quarterback position.
Get Boomer and Gio on demand. Available on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast, and the free Odyssey app.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
The Vikings need to sign Kyler Murray to be their quarterback for this season. The Vikings went 9-8 last year with J.J. McCarthy, Carson Wentz, and Max Brosmer. Imagine what they could be with Kyler Murray. And no one's saying Kyler Murray is Patrick Mahomes, but he's a top 20 quarterback. The Minnesota Vikings will make the playoffs this year if they sign Kyler Murray. That needs to happen. It needs to happen next week. I'm Nick Costos.
Oh, hello. It's me, the calculator that lives inside of TaxSlayer. I love numbers. Like 100, as in 100%, as in TaxSlayer's 100% accuracy, guaranteed. And 0, as in $0, as in it costs $0 to file and get the refund you deserve with TaxSlayer Simply Free, if you qualify. Simply Free is available to a limited number of taxpayers with age, income, credit, and deduction restrictions. See TaxSlayer.com for eligibility requirements. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
Wendy's has a new Girl Scout Thin Mints Frosty Fusion with Girl Scout Thin Mints cookie pieces, rich creamy Frosty, and a mint chocolate cookie sauce. Which means Girl Scout Thin Mints and Wendy's Frosty, yeah, they're basically best friends now. It's like two delicious desserts just high-fived, snapped a few too many friendship selfies, and then rode a tandem bike down a never-ending road of mint chocolate Frosty perfection. So, swing by Wendy's and try the new Thin Mints Frosty Fusion.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's.
Looking for the lowest price on name brand tires? Get to Town Fair Tire and get the guaranteed lowest price on any name brand tire. Nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Hey, this is Tiki Barber. Those of us living in New Jersey got hit with a 20% electric rate increase. If your current heating system is over 15 years old, it's time for a new high-efficiency Carrier system. And there's only one company to call for a new one. My friends at Edison Heating and Cooling, New Jersey's heating experts for over 38 years. Older heating systems waste gas. So get your system checked now and save money with Edison Heating and Cooling. Contact them now at edisonhvac.com. That's edisonhvac.com.
You spend your days processing thousands of requests at once, so I get it. Being on all the time is exhausting. Running a business means wearing every hat, but when you're taking client texts at dinner just to keep up, you aren't scaling, you're drowning.
When you're stretched thin, calls get missed, and revenue walks out the door. It's hard to see the bottlenecks until you realize how much growth is slipping away. There has to be a smarter way.
So now is the time to try Quo. Quo is the #1 business phone system that streamlines and scales your your customer communications. So say goodbye to voicemail. Quo's AI agent can be set up in minutes to answer calls and questions 24/7 so you never lose a lead.
Plus, your team can share one business number for calls and texts. It creates seamless collaboration so nothing is missed with Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers.
Like I said, it's time to try Quo for free at quo.com/WFAN. That's QUO.com/WFAN to try Quo for free. Quo.com/WFAN.
Question: what business couldn't use extra income? Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Right now, Amazon Hub Delivery is looking to partner with ambitious New York businesses to become Amazon Hub partners. You and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area when it's convenient for you. With each package delivered, your business gets paid. Sign up at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-4094. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-4094. That's 800-575-4094. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Get ready for more Evan and Tiki on The Fan.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
Come visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers at any one of their 6 locations.
Talk sports with Craig Carton and Chris McMonagle on The Carton Show. Afternoons from 2 to 7 on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Going to get to the Giants in the next 5 minutes, including if they truly are big game hunting after missing out yesterday on Trent McDuffie. But 2 quick observations about the Knicks that we didn't get to in the opening hour. Number 1, with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. If you didn't see his outfit after the game, how would you describe it, Tiki?
It's like an animal. It's a jacket,
right?
But it's also a lion mane scarf around his entire head.
Yes. He looks like he's wearing a dead lion on him.
Yes.
And
it covers all the way up, almost over his head. It's like it's a hoodie, but it's not really a hoodie.
Yes. Yes.
It's bizarre.
It's very, very strange. That's how I would describe it.
But that's what happens when you have too much money that you know what to do with.
You do that?
100%. I got to spend it on something.
Tell me if you agree with this. And I don't have any problem with this outfit. Like, who am I? I'm a slug. I don't really care about clothes. But I have an observation about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. If this guy played in the Eastern Conference, if this guy, and it doesn't even matter which Eastern Conference team, it could be the Washington Wizards. Between the foul merchantness of him, so his style of play, and between that, he would make the hatred you guys have for Tyrese Halliburton and formerly Trae Young minor league.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know.
He'd be the most hated guy in New York. And it really starts with the foul merchantness.
Yeah.
Let's just start there.
Yeah,
and he's great.
Right.
And he's better than those 2 guys.
Yeah,
by a lot.
I think with Trey. It just feels like it was his attitude.
No, he was because he was a foul merchant too.
Obviously, but he also felt like he just had a bad attitude. He was cocky. Didn't feel like he respected anybody. I think Shea respects his opponents.
He respects his opponents, yes, but his foul merchant style is a better, more effective than Trae Young could ever imagine.
Yeah.
And he's also like a lot better. And the better you are, the more you're hated. Of
course.
And I don't mean to disrespect Tyrese Halliburton. He's a hell of a player. He is not SGA.
No, he's not.
So when you take
He's not an MVP.
He's not. So when you take the level of skill he has and combine that with the foul merchantness,
right,
and then combine that with what he's wearing, that guy in Madison Square Garden would be public enemy number one. And he's not there because it's the Thunder. It just is.
Right.
Like, they're a Western Conference team. And even though a Western, like, you could still hate LeBron or Steph Curry or something like that, it's just not offensive yet. Like, I think if you played them in the finals and lost, it would change. But for now, it doesn't exist. But I'm telling you, man, if they ever move the Oklahoma City Thunder to the Eastern Conference because of expansion, and they won't, don't worry.
Right.
He would become public enemy number one.
Right.
The other thing, and I'll let this caller address it, is the usage of Karl Anthony Towns, who's played so well recently. So, James on Long Island, the floor is yours. Go ahead.
What's going on, guys? How are you?
All's good.
Good. What's up, man?
Good. Yeah, I wanted to talk about, like you guys were saying, and we talked about it the last game, but yesterday, the amount of shots that Karl Anthony Towns is taking, yesterday only taking 8 shots again, and then I just think that down the stretch, that's going to have to be something that they're going to have to address, and I know you guys talked about it, whether or not it's Brunson, whether or not it's Mike Brown, or whether or not it's Cat, I just got to call for the ball. But if taking 8 shots, I feel like if they're going to win and they're going to go far, that he's going to need to take more than 8 shots.
And not only did he only take 8 shots, and he was 7 for 8 from the field, and the one miss was a tip-in that he missed.
Yeah.
Here's the more alarming stat with Karl Anthony Towns last night. How many of them were threes?
1.
0.
None? 1?
0.
Right. Wow.
There is only one other game he's played this season in which he did not attempt a 3. One other game. December 21st against the Miami Heat. He did not attempt a 3 that day in 28 minutes. That cannot happen.
So who is that on?
Oh, easy. This is so easy. So last time I blamed Jalen Brunson. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
I'm not blaming Jalen Brunson today. This is on the head coach. Because this head coach, to his credit, designed a hell of a play that gave Jalen Brunson a pretty good look from 3 to tie the game at the end of regulation.
Yes.
It just didn't go in. At some point in the second half, in the fourth quarter, if you're Mike Brown, you specifically find a way to get Karl Anthony Towns open on the perimeter. It is your freaking job. You are the head coach of this team. He is one of the great big man shooters we have ever seen. You cannot let a game go by. And look, the Thunder are also an elite defensive team, and I give them oodles of credit, but having 0 3-point shot attempts can never happen. You want to tell me it's not 12 3-point shot attempts? Fine. It can never be 0. And so this time, I put it on the head coach, Mike Brown.
Yeah, I mean, look, he also had 17 rebounds in this game.
Yeah, no, he was great.
So he was great when how he was deployed, how he was used.
Yeah.
And so you can't, it's hard to have both. You can't have, he's not going to crash the boards and have, I'm being
asking
honest.
him to take one freaking shot from 3.
Of course.
You tell me that couldn't have happened while crashing the boards and getting 17 rebounds? Of course
it's work. It's work to be on the perimeter and then also under the basket getting offensive rebounds.
I didn't ask him to be on the perimeter all night. I'm saying
he had 9 offensive rebounds.
He was. I'm not ripping Cat.
Yeah,
Cat was great.
I'm saying this is how it was deployed. This is how Mike Brown felt like they had the best chance.
Okay, well, I think he screwed up in my opinion.
I mean, maybe he probably did. I mean, obviously they lost the game, so yeah, but still, they were bad, but they were buoyed because Karl Anthony Towns was always there for a second chance opportunity offensively, and then obviously to shut it down defensively.
Cat was making winning plays, and that's why
100% was.
The Karl Anthony Towns discussion, it's complicated. It's layered. There are certain days, today is a day in which we talk about him not getting enough shots, and I put the blame on Mike Brown. A week ago when we had this discussion, I put a lot of it on the maestro, the point guard, Jalen Brunson, and there are going to be days, and there already have been, in which you put it on Cat. That's why when we say who's to blame, it's a combo of all 3.
Right.
Sometimes it's different people on different days.
Yeah, but this is a hard. Yeah, it is. I hear what you're saying because you could say, oh, it's just because Jalen Brunson was ball dominant. He had 15 assists too.
No, I'm not blaming Jalen Brunson.
So it's not on Jalen Brunson.
Not on Jalen.
It's almost circumstantial in a way, but it's also it's also frustrating because you know how Cat can dominate when Cat's given the opportunity. But his challenge is that he's not a creator. He doesn't create on his own.
I want to take you back to yesterday afternoon, and I want you to be honest with me because Tiki is never really surprised. Tiki's I could see that. So Trent McDuffie yesterday afternoon was traded to the Los Angeles Rams for a first-round pick. Turned out to be more than just a first-round pick. I think it was a first and a 5 and all that.
Yeah, it was a lot.
It was a lot. It was a big return for a 25-year-old, two-time Pro Bowl cornerback, but hell of a trade by the Rams. So we digest it, very quickly. We talk about it briefly. We move on. We find out after the show, courtesy of a report out of Kansas City, that the Chiefs were also considering an offer from the New York Giants. Now, we don't know what the Giants were offering.
Kayvon Thibodeau.
That was not good. That's not a first-round pick. I'll tell you that right now. But I would say, based on that report, that they were offering something significant. Maybe it was next year's first-round pick. I doubt it would have been this because it was a 5. It shows you that John Harbaugh, Joe Shane, Don Aponte, whoever you want to give credit to, I don't care. We'll just call them the Giants. Yeah. The triumphant of Giants, power brokers. They're going to be aggressive.
Of course.
Now, you don't get credit for being close. You got to pull guys in. But this would have been a big, big get if they made this trade.
Of course.
It did not happen.
It's a need.
No doubt about it. Do you sense that they're going to do big things since they came this close to doing such a big thing for a corner?
I mean, they have to fill this roster with better players. And it's going to start in free. Well, actually, I take that back because it's already starting because the trade market is open right now. And Tremaine Edmonds, who we talked about from the linebacker position, as a trade from the Chicago Bears. Who knows where that's going? We haven't seen much movement on that, really, from anybody with Tremaine, but they just released Bobby Okereke. They do, and I doubt they're signing McFadden anytime soon in free agency. It's not like he's the desired linebacker free agent right now. And so they have to fill this roster. And you can't just do it through the draft. So the answer is yes. I do see them being aggressive. They have a need at linebacker, a glaring need now because Bobby Okereke is not here. They have a need at cornerback. They're not going to just prepay Cordell Flott whatever he wants. They're going to let that go to free agency and see what it potentially costs. But they need a cornerback. They need a linebacker. They need a wide receiver. They need an offensive tackle or re-sign Jermaine Illuminor. So they have to be aggressive in the trade market and in free agency. They have to.
No doubt. What I find really interesting is they've been linked to rumors, and we've talked a lot about it, whether it's going after Kenneth Walker, whether it's drafting a running back at 5. You mentioned Tremaine Edmonds. Like, these are out there rumors around the Giants. There was not a single rumor about them being involved in a trade for Trent McDuffie, which leads me to think that John Harbaugh is moving very quietly in the dark.
Yeah. I think it's a relationship because let's not forget who the Kansas City Chiefs head coach is.
Andy Reid.
Andy Reid. He's not the GM, but
he's also very close with Steve Spagnuolo, which I read about the other day.
Who?
John Harbaugh.
Oh yeah, of course.
So there's a lot of relationships.
So there's just relationship there that kind of can fly under the radar. It's not like a random GM calling another random GM and then that one of those GMs calling up a reporter and be like, hey, call me. It's interesting. This guy wanted to talk to me about whoever, Trent McDuffie. That's not going to happen because these guys have a relationship. And so the fact that one was quiet is not surprising to me.
It leads me to wonder, because we'll see if they end up trading for Tremaine Edmonds, if they end up signing a Kenneth Walker. Maybe some of the rumors are going to be true. But I'm also now starting to wonder, because we're learning about the John Harbaugh era. This is all new. If they are going to make like shock moves that it's just we don't see coming. Like, are there going to be RKOs out of nowhere? I don't know yet. I'm just wondering because that deal that they came close to making felt like it came out of nowhere. So
the Chiefs?
No, the Giants potentially getting Trent McDuffie.
Right, with the Chiefs.
And you mentioned with the Chiefs and the relationships that they have. So I was thinking yesterday, like if that's true, if the Giants are working very clandestinely in the night where we don't see it coming, I'm going to try to figure something out that none of us see coming and ask you, could you see it coming if I tell you you don't see it coming, but maybe it's coming? Are you ready?
Go ahead.
A big one. Because the Giants are big game hunting.
Yeah.
And they are aggressive. They're willing to be aggressive. Could you see a world? I Googled this to make sure no one else has speculated.
Okay.
I have found zero evidence that this is being speculated about. And I'm just openly wondering again, if the Giants are working in the night, like very quietly, could the New York Giants make a deal? You ready?
Mm-hmm.
For Max Crosby. Why not? Can you see it? And don't tell me, you got enough edge pass rushers. You never have
It's not
enough.
about having
And he
enough
lines
edge-
up at linebacker too sometimes.
Edge pass rushing, but he's a pass rusher. He's not a linebacker.
No, I know. But he lines up there occasionally.
I
get creative with a talent
I
like
don't
Crosby.
see that happening.
Okay.
I think Max Crosby is a hell of a player. He plays basically when he's allowed to, because he wasn't at the end of last season, 100% of the snaps. He never leaves the field.
He's a star.
He is a superstar because of his energy and how he lifts the team around him. But I think the Giants would be better off with the edge rushers that are in the draft than going to get Max Crosby.
Because of the price tag, you think?
The price tag, and I mean, you probably got to redo a deal in some capacity.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make sense because this isn't about Kayvon Thibodeau, because he's clearly better than Kayvon Thibodeau, and Max Crosby and Brian Burns edging one another on that side. It'd be amazing, and then Abdul Carter is in there as well in the mix.
Saying
it sounds really exciting, but I just think that would cost a lot.
It would absolutely cost a lot.
So I can't see that.
But you know what? Trent McDuffie, and I get that corner is more of a need. Don't get me wrong. That was also going to cost you a lot, and they were involved.
Yeah, but he's 25 years old, 26 years old, and he's multiple Pro Bowls. He's got tons of runway in front of him, and you need a cornerback. You're either going to pay a cornerback in free agency, or you're going to try to get one in the draft. So the Giants have to have a starting cornerback.
No, I get
They
you.
have to.
No, they have to address that. But Max Crosby's 28 years old, and he's a superstar.
I know.
I
know.
I don't think they're going to get him. I just wouldn't rule anything out now. I think that
I don't think you can. You're right, but I don't see it happening.
Yeah, it would be a surprise.
Right. It would be a shock.
But I thought about that yesterday because I was surprised by how close they were or how aggressive they were in getting Trent McDuffie. And then I think back, like you always have to put a lot of pieces together. So one of the other pieces was, and we played this on Monday, Jordan Raanan, a hell of a Giant reporter, saying, hey, expect things that will shock you. His words.
Right.
And we were both having fun, like, hey, what would shock you? What would shock you?
Yeah.
And you pretty much said, like, nothing on this roster would shock me,
Right.
but maybe acquiring someone specifically would shock you.
Yeah.
And I think that for now, Max Crosby would certainly qualify. His name is rumored to be out there. We know Chicago's going after him. God knows the Eagles will go after him. Everyone will go after him because he's a hell of a player. And I don't know, I get the sense that John Harbaugh and the New York Giants, they're ready.
Yeah. I also kind of feel that Max he's not a free agent, but I think the Raiders are trying to do right by Max Crosby. So this isn't we're just going to trade you wherever we get the best value.
Right.
It almost feel, and I don't know anything regarding this, but I know that they're trying to trade him. But I do think it's going to be like a free agent trade.
Right.
We're going to trade you where you want to go.
No, why would he want to come here? Because of the turf?
No, I'm just saying. He wants to go someplace where he can win. He's been on a losing team for a lot of years.
I'm going to tell you this right now. And this is going to be very unusual for you to hear this from me. And I am not screwing with you. I am not trolling with you. I'm not messing with you. And I could show you on my phone. I back this up with money. The Giants can win.
Of course they can.
Like, they can win-win. Not just win-win Q. Like, they can win.
Yeah.
Like, this John Harbaugh thing makes me truly, truly believe that you can do big things. Big like what the Patriots just did. And so I think that guys would probably view the Giants in that regard, too. I don't think it's just me.
Well, it's a matter of, and this is the beauty of John Harbaugh, is you have a conversation with it. Let's just keep using the same guy, Max Crosby. And it's, yes, we've been on hard times as an organization, but this is a new regime. Like, we have some talent. Look at our quarterback. Look at our edge rushers. Look at our run game. Look at the offensive line. There's stability here. You can help us take that next step. We're going to take that next step. Come be a part of it. And if John Harbaugh does that with a guy like Max Crosby, why would you not want to come here to the New York Giants?
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I could see John Harbaugh's love of the game being so infectious that this free agency trade type situation becomes, I want to go there. I want to go to the New York Giants.
888-808-1019, the number. Let's get to your calls. Philip is in Brooklyn. Hey, Philip.
Hey, thanks for taking my call, Evan and Tiki. I'm a Giants fan. I would love that trade also, but I heard they're looking for 2 or 3 number ones for Crosby.
Right.
But I'm looking at the Giants wide receiver room. I would love Alex Pierce, but I hear they talking about 20 to 27 million for him.
Mm-hmm.
Are the Giants really going to give Wendell Robinson 20 million?
No.
I'll put a couple of names out there: Rashid Shaheed, Romeo Dobbs, Jawan Jennings. Jennings is 28,
right?
But those guys,
right?
Dobbs is 25, 12 to 15, they say. Rashid Shaheed, he's 27,
right?
But I really want Alex Pierce.
Yeah, Pierce is a field stretcher, and he I like his game, but it's limited. Like, you know what you're getting when you get a guy like that. Rashid Shaheed,
he'd be great. They should have got him at the deadline.
John Snyder crushed the deadline, and it seemed like you're just getting like a third wide receiver from the New Orleans Saints. What's he going to do for you? First of all, he's fast as hell. He's a great kick returner, which we saw as the season went down and in the postseason, and he actually is a pretty decent route runner. He's still young enough. Rashid Shaheed would be very interesting, and it's not going to cost you $20-something million because he hasn't proven that yet. I think Wandale Robinson's going to go in free agency, and someone's going to sign him. Probably Tennessee, to be honest with you, because Daves is there and knows the value that he brings. But I think Wandale and Cordell Flott are both going to be outpriced in the market just because they're good players, and the Giants aren't going to be willing to pay that for those guys.
Anthony's up in Toronto. Good morning, Anthony.
Good morning, guys. So this whole Trent McDuffie news about the Giants having interest, it actually feeds into my point as to why I think they are not going to either put draft stock into the running back or put money into the running back position. So for the draft, I think, obviously, I do not think I have PTSD with Saquon Barkley. I actually think that situation was a lot different because the running backs were Paul Perkins and Orleans Darkwa. So you can almost make the argument that they needed the running back, but there were no top 10 running backs that have been drafted the last 10 years that were cornerstones into accomplishments for teams being good.
Right.
The best ones were Ezekiel Elliott and Leonard Fournette and CMC back in 2016, 2017, but all those guys were let go. So you can make the argument that that's not the type of plan that the Giants should have. And then leading into the free agents, to me, I do not believe that the free agency should be the answers to the Giants' problems, because spending over $10 million for a Ken Walker makes no sense to me when we're already seeing that they have interest in Trent McDuffie to spend over $20 million in the corner position. They have to sign their right tackle. They're obviously having interest towards the center position.
So what are you scared? What are you scared of, Anthony? You scared of the money that they're spending?
I actually think that they should be putting less money, signing let's say up to $6 million. I'm scared that they're going to put too much money into the running back position and take away from the other positions that they actually need. There's too many holes.
Yeah, but the challenge, Anthony, is that when you look at it relatively speaking, and I haven't done this, but I'm just going to assume the Giants probably have one of the cheapest, because Devin Singletary likely is going to be a cap casualty. So when it's all said and done, they're going to have one of the cheapest running back rooms in the NFL. They have a 5th rounder and a 4th rounder as their running backs. These are your starting running backs. These are 2 really good running backs. Their running back room is cheap relative to other running back rooms. And so don't get scared of the cap and the money in the cap, because it's fungible. It doesn't mean anything, especially if you're signing a free agent who you're going to spread that deal out over multiple years. And the Giants, as we all know, while currently they're sitting with about $13 million in cap space, they can easily get that to 30 this year, and then they're going to have 100 next year. So it's you don't have to worry about the money. Don't worry about the cap money, because it's insignificant. I think the challenge that John Harbaugh and Don Aponte and Joe Shane are dealing with and focusing on is we need good players. We got to get good players on this team, period. Not just, the average guy who's, in baseball terms, a replacement player. We need guys who are pushing for Pro Bowls. We need guys who might be the best in the league. And if you don't start getting those players, it's really hard to win.
Well, there is a really good player who just became available in the last 24 hours. I'm very curious if Tiki would want this guy for the New York Giants. We'll get his answer coming up, plus more of your calls at 888-808-1019. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires. From Connecticut to Maine, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
And this portion of the program is also sponsored by Amazon Hub Delivery.
Right to Sharp, pass out Williams, right wing three. Good!
The Nets hit the road to take on the Heat. 7:30 tonight.
Back to Zaire to the rim and a two-hand slam.
The home of Brooklyn Nets basketball is The Fan. 101.9 FM and always live on the iHeartRadio, TuneIn, and Odyssey apps.
Hey, business owners, it's Tiki Barber. Are you looking to earn extra money? Of course you are. When your business partners with Amazon Hub Delivery, you simply drop off packages to Amazon customers in your neighborhood. Get started at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery.
It's March savings time at Nielsen Dodge. It's also tax return time, and we have a great money-saving idea. Show us what your tax return is, and we'll double it up to $1,500.
You can count on 0 down payment, super low lease payments, 0% financing is available.
Lease a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee Altitude X 4x4, just $198 a month.
Match your tax return up to $1,500 on any new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, or Ram.
Hundreds of vehicles in stock with big savings off MSRP. And of course, we always give you the credit help you need.
Find out what your tax return is before April 15th, and we'll double it up to $1,500. Max your tax only at Nielsen Dodge for a limited time.
On Route 10 in East Hanover, or shop online at nielsendodge.com.
Declaration of Deal sales event.
With approval, term 27 months, due at sign, $51.98. Add tax tag $498 and DMV fees. For tax refund info, see dealer for details.
Aetna was there for me as I was going through a rough medical patch this year. I had peace of mind, which helped with my healing.
Those words from a real Aetna Medicare Advantage member speak to why U.S. News & World Report named us a best Medicare Advantage company. Because we show up on calls with members and doctors' offices when requested. We show up with the latest in online tools for easier access to healthcare. We show up for you. Because that's how healthier happens together. Member feedback has been edited for length and clarity.
The most important meal of the day just got better at Dunkin'. Now you can get a medium hot or iced coffee, 6 crispy hash browns, and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, all for $6. That's a full breakfast meal for $6. 6 crispy golden hash browns, a warm, delicious bacon, egg, and cheese, and a medium coffee to start your day off right. Do breakfast the Dunkin' way or order Dunkin's $6 meal deal. No substitutions, participation times may vary. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
Do you know what the scariest sound to hear on a factory floor is? Silence. That means something somewhere broke. Production has stopped, and now you're paying your workers to wait while the team troubleshoots and tries to fix the problem. Finally, there's a proactive way to reduce equipment downtime, thanks to MaintainX. MaintainX is the asset management system that brings your maintenance downtime to zero. MaintainX lets you build preventative maintenance schedules, manage work orders in real time, and access the data you need to make better decisions. Downtime equals death in the production world, so make unplanned downtime a thing of the past. Try MaintainX for free. Control the daily operations of your business and transform your maintenance program by going to maintainx.com. That's maintain and the letter X.com.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Drew Brees here. Whether you're on the field or on the road, having the right team on your side makes all the difference. I learned that the hard way. On the field, you don't go anywhere without a solid O-line. And when your car breaks down, you want that same kind of protection. That's why I trust CarShield. Their protection plans help you tackle expensive repairs so that you're not blindsided.
Visit carshield.com now and join the team that's helped millions of drivers save. Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
It's a fact. Town Fair Tire is the area's largest name brand discount tire dealer. It's a fact. Town Fair Tire sells Toyo tires for the guaranteed lowest price. Plus, Town Fair gives you more free services than any other tire dealer for the life of your Toyo tires. So, if you're looking for Toyo tires, nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody. And that, my friends, is a fact.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-4094. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call
800-575-4094. That's 800-575-4094.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
If you need a new appliance, this is your sign. Shop at Lowe's now to get up to 35% off and next-day delivery on hundreds of major appliances. A new appliance now means an easier-to-do list later. Our best lineup is at Lowe's. Valid through 3/18 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. Order by 4 p.m. Available Monday through Saturday. Subject to availability. Fees, exclusions, and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/appliance delivery for more details.
Periods of rain, high 41.
Weather brought to you by Duke's Mayo. Welcome to Duke's Mayo Country, where the mayo is so smooth and creamy, it makes every bite better. Duke's Mayo. Look for the yellow lid.
Talk New York sports here. The Fan.
Tell me, Tiki Barber, there is a player who was released the other day. He's a 3-time Pro Bowler. From a talent perspective, the New York Football Giants could use the player. The question is, do you want to sign the player? And I would tell you that this player I'm talking about is busy on April 1st. He will not be available on April 1st to do an interview because he's scheduled for a pretrial hearing on felony strangulation charges. And, of course, I'm talking about Stephon Diggs.
No.
No, thank you?
No chance.
Is it because of obviously these accusations, or is it
age, character, all that stuff is not what this Giant team needs right now?
Yes, I would agree with you on that.
Talented player, just no thank you at all.
I am with you, and no gracias to Stephon Diggs. Do you think a team will sign him prior to April 1st?
I do, actually, because he's a talented player. He's actually a good veteran for teams that need a veteran wide receiver, but I just think the smoke and noise around him is just not worth it right now. By the way, I have to pay off something real quick because I did this in the break. The Giants running back room, and I said maybe even without Devin Singletary, but even with Devin Singletary, their cap percentage is like 4.5% of the cap. Just to get perspective, if Breece Hall plays on the franchise tag, the Jets cap system with Breece Hall alone is 4.75%.
Feels like you're taking a shot at the Jets.
I'm not. I'm just telling you that the Giants have no money spent on their running backs. And so if you're going to add a running back and sign him to a free agent deal, it is not going to adversely affect your cap.
No, I think that's kind of one of the issues with the NFL salary cap. It is so confusing and weird that our views towards adding certain players isn't that the player wouldn't make our team better. It's, what does that do to adding a linebacker?
Right.
What does that do to adding a cornerback?
Nothing.
If you can convince Giant fans, guys, deep breath, fungible salary cap, a lot of smart people running the team, it will not change what corner you add. It will not change what linebacker you add.
That's right.
But the Giants could add Kenneth Walker. Then what I would ask everybody is, why would you not want Kenneth Walker?
Right. And maybe it adds 2 percentage points to the cap. Maybe.
Right. And
depending on the structure of the contract.
Well, that's the thing.
Which is fungible.
And you know that kind of contract for Kenneth Walker is probably a 3-year deal.
Yep.
It's probably spread out cap-wise where the cap hit next year is something low.
Right.
Like $3.8 million.
Right.
And so You're adding a Super Bowl MVP to your running back room. And again, your running back room right now, I'm not saying it's bad by any stretch. I like Tyrone Tracy. He's solid. He still has a lot to prove.
Right.
Cam Scatterbo is really exciting, but I heard Boomer make this reference this morning, one of Boomer's greatest references I ever heard. He called Cam Scatterbo a test drive dummy.
A crash test.
Crash test dummy.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of true. And I think despite the love that Giant fans may have for him, and you want to get his jersey and he's a dog and all that crap, like, let's not get nuts.
Right. He's got to become a smart running back, not just a powerful, effective running back. There's a difference.
You had Kenneth Walker. You're a better football team.
Oh, there's no doubt about it.
And so if you're telling us, hey, don't worry about the cap, don't freak out about it, they'll get him at a reasonable number.
You can't.
Then it's a no-brainer.
Yeah. And by the way, if they do cut Devin Singletary, that number which I said was like 4 point whatever, it's like 1.6% of the cap. And that's Cam Scatterbo, Tyrone Tracy, Eric Gray, and Dante Miller.
Yes.
So it's just they're not spending any money on their running back room.
I
think they have to kind of spend money on their running back room.
My theory is the two reasons why Giant fans' knee-jerk reaction is to not want Kenneth Walker, and this isn't even getting into the Jeremiah Love situation, which I explained the other day, is HBSC. Oh, damn it. No. ABCD. No.
PTSB.
PTSB.
Yes.
Thank you. Damn it. PTSB of Saquon Barkley.
Right.
That's clearly why there's a fear of Jeremiah Love. The fear of Kenneth Walker is related to the cap and not fully understanding it and being weirdly in love with Cam Scatterbo.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
They
feel like, if we get Kenneth Walker, Cam Scatterbo's marginalized. All of a sudden, we're not going to see my favorite player anymore. Okay, whatever. But if it makes you win, that's what matters.
Yes, it's all about that. That's all that matters. Let's go to Victor in Danbury, Connecticut. What's up, Victor?
What's going on, man? Love the show. Hey, real quick, Tiki, did your daughter ever start driving that Maserati that she was supposed to learn to drive?
No, that was my son. My son, my 23-year-old son, because I bought this car 23 years ago. It only has like 15,000 miles on it. He wanted it. He's now graduated, but it's being refurbished.
Wow.
And my manager's son, Max, has it right now. So,
man, I remember when you said that.
He's got to get to 25. When he gets to 25 and like his insurance is manageable by him, not me, then maybe I'll give it to him.
Yeah, just teach them this. It's not about the speed. It's about the time it takes you to stop.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Oh, man. All right, listen, so I got some homework for you guys, especially for Evan. Have you guys seen the Dr. J documentary on Amazon? It's called Soul Power.
I'm going to. It's on Amazon. It's on Amazon Prime, you said?
It's on Amazon Prime. I binge-watched it because I had caught the flu after coming back from Florida a couple weeks ago. I binge-watched it. It's great. It highlights their new merger with the NBA. It's called Dropping Dimes Foundation to get health care for their older gentlemen that played in the ABA.
Nice.
So if anybody wants to watch something that's going to bring you back to I was born in the 70s, so Rick Barry, Dr. J, the guy who used to coach forget his name. Anyway, there's a bunch. I mean, it goes back to before money was the most important thing in basketball.
Right.
This brings you back to the day where the real basketball players were balling, and they talk about the Rucker Park and the whole bit. If anybody really wants to go back in time, because that's what it does, it brings you back to the roots of the ABA versus the NBA.
Well,
right. That's right. That's right up your alley.
Oh, no, it's up my alley, and it doesn't bring me back to anything because I was born in 83, but it's a part of my heritage. It's a part of my history with the New York Nets and Julius Erving and the 2 ABA titles. So I can't wait to see it. My plan was to start watching it. I'm going down to spring training this weekend, so on the airplane,
there you go.
You got to distract yourself, and I can't wait to watch it. So I look forward to it. So it's not only for guys like Victor to bring you back, but for anyone like me, or really anybody, if you like history, you like the history of sport. Because even if you're not a Nets fan, you're a Knicks fan, the NBA changed because of the ABA.
Of course.
Like the three-point line isn't here without the ABA. The pizzazz and the excitement and the dunks and the craziness isn't here without the ABA. Our history isn't the same without the ABA.
Right.
So
maybe the ball. They should have kept the ball.
They should have kept the freaking ball.
In the NBA. That would have been dope.
They should.
And the Nets should have kept those uniforms. Those ABA Nets uniforms are the sweetest.
I know. Well,
the ball just looked cooler. When you could see the contrast.
They should bring it back for select games.
Yeah.
The one counter, Connor, about the jersey, and it is beautiful. I also have PTSD myself.
From the Nets?
From those jerseys, those
Why?
ABA jerseys. Oh, I'll tell you why. Because they brought them out for Game 5 of the NBA Finals in 2003. My only finals game. My only experience seeing my favorite basketball team compete in an NBA Finals game. Came all the way in from Maryland, couldn't wait. My mom and dad were there. They bought the tickets. Game 5 of the NBA Finals. And, man, when they came out, when I saw Jason Kidd looking like awesomeness in that ABA jersey, I felt we were going to win. I felt we were going to win a title.
Didn't I go to Game 4?
Did you?
Yeah,
you went to one of them.
Didn't I go to Game 4?
You
I
know
think we
what?
talked about this.
You went to game. You said they lost the game, right?
Yeah.
Then it was Game 3 because they lost Game 3, won Game 4, lost Game 5.
So, but it was 3 at home?
Yeah, 3, 4, 5 were home.
Right.
It was before they went
that's right.
to the 2-1-1-1, the 2-2-1-1-1.
That's right. I went to Game 3.
It was 2-3-2 back then.
Yes, when Jewel sang at halftime.
Yeah, that's what Tiki tells me. Yeah, I didn't go to those games, unfortunately, but that's my only negative feeling towards the ABA jersey.
I hear you.
Brings back horror. Steve Kerr hitting big threes in the fourth quarter in my face.
And you still say that's the worst loss, the worst series loss you've ever dealt with as a fan?
Well, it is, and it's not even close for this reason. It's very simple. I've never been as close to a world championship as I was with that team.
Right.
Like, I've never seen the Jets in the Super Bowl put them away. Never seen the Islanders in the Stanley Cup final put them away.
Well, the Mets.
I'll get to the Mets. The Mets lost Game 5s at home down 3-1.
Oh, right.
The Nets were tied 2-2 in a best-of-7 series. And then even after they lost Game 5, they go back to San Antonio. They got a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter. They're about the 4th or 7th game.
Right.
So
imagine what could have happened if they didn't wear those ABA uniforms.
everything would have been different. I feel like I'd be a different human if they won that championship. I don't know. I don't know how.
You wouldn't be clowned for being a Nets fan.
You think so? You think it would have changed the perception of the Nets?
Because if you have a championship in your lifetime, people can't say, well, the Nets still in the league?
Nobody roots for the Nets. You know what I'm saying, bro?
It still would be 22 years ago. But
still more recent than the Knicks.
Yeah,
that's a big one, too.
Exactly.
I'm going to show
That's
you why.
That's exactly right, Connor.
Here's why you guys are wrong about that comment. Just that comment alone.
Hapless Nets.
The Devils.
What about them?
The Devils.
Okay.
Do Ranger fans still not clown? Oh, you got no fans. Nobody cares about the Devils.
But people do care about the Devils. Just because Ranger fans don't come to New Jersey and see them doesn't mean that there's no Devil fans.
I know, and just the same goes with the Nets, even if you don't accept it. They sell out every game. There are people that care about them.
Right.
But it doesn't change what Boomer says and what other Knick fans say. So even if we had that title, you're right. I could be a jerk and be like, I've won a title more recently. It still would be a long time ago, number one. And B, Knick fans would still be arrogant and douchey.
We are the New York Knicks.
So I think it would have changed my life just personally, but I don't think it would change the relationship.
Yeah, maybe you're right, but you wouldn't be as affected by it.
I'd be a happier person.
You would not feel little when people say, "Are the Knicks still in the league?"
Well, I would become abhorrently obnoxious because every time someone would make a comment to me, instead of taking it, I'd be like, I won an NBA title. Shut your mouth. Like that. I guess
the Nets get relegated to the WNBA?
That's probably what my response would be. Right. And it would be over and over again to the point where I'd probably get punched in the face. I think that's where the big difference would be. Let's go to Dominic in New Rochelle. What's up, Dominic?
What's up, Dom?
What's up, Tiki, Evan?
All's good.
By the way, I love when you guys pulled up the audio from when Tiki was drafted. It threw me back into my childhood.
Right.
I actually had my groomsmen come out to the NFL primetime music for my wedding.
Oh, nice.
Playing that sound gives me chills.
Right. That's
Tiki,
right.
you're the greatest Giant running back of all time, no question about it. And the year before, they drafted the best Giant receiver of all time. My father had all the Mel Kiper books back in the day. He got me into the draft when it was on Saturday afternoon at Radio City Music Hall.
Right. So you're like, oh, I know this Amani Toomer guy from Michigan.
Oh, I know all about that. All about that.
I love it.
Anyway, I think this is 100% on John Harbaugh for trying to go out and get McDuffie. He loves building up the secondary, and he's seen a lot of him being in the AFC. But this is what you get when you hire Harbaugh. I know he hasn't done anything coaching for us yet, but this is the instant go out and get top players, change the roster dramatically, and acquiring players that you would never think of coming here. I don't think this is Joe Shane at all. Remember, Harbaugh wanted Roquan Smith a couple of years ago.
Right. And Roquan Smith turned out to be a hell of a player. I think it's part of it is Harbaugh. Part of it is him trusting his defensive coordinator, Denard Wilson, who also loves secondary players. And so you can't win in this league where the explosion of great wide receivers it's happening every year. It just every game you're going to have somebody who's really good at a wide receiver. You can't just cover them with average players. Just can't.
Matt is in St. Augustine, Florida. What's up, Matt?
What's up, Matt?
Hey, fellas, how we doing? Evan, Matt from White Plains. How you doing, pal?
Good to talk to you, man. What's on your mind?
Hey, guys, my guess is that we live different worlds. You guys are, you're big time. I'm boots on the...
Stop it.
Well,
big time.
Well, let's be fair here. I don't do social media, so I see things, and
right.
I'm sure we see things differently. Yeah. With that said, okay, why in God's name do you specifically, Evan,
yes,
have to preface with you love instant replay?
Because in a lot of instances,
replay.
No. In a lot of instances, I do, and I remember.
No, you don't.
I do though.
No, you don't. It's like a conservative saying that they're not a racist. You don't have to say it. Instant replay sucks. It's terrible.
You're killing me. Because it doesn't fully suck, Matt. In certain sports, like the NBA, I believe it sucks. I need it in football.
Okay.
I can't lose instant replay in football.
I grew up in White Plains.
Okay.
Run for politics, bro. You're talking out of both sides.
No, I'm not.
Instant replay.
Different.
Instant replay is horrible. It's no different than women posting pictures from 1999 on their dating site. It's a joke. It's fugazi. It's not true. It's not even right.
That's true. They don't get it right half the time, Matt. It sounds like you're
hell of a call, Matt.
It sounds like you're having some
poor Matt got catfished.
Yeah, I was getting dating issues going on there. This is not you. Who the hell is this? Or who the hell are you?
I admit, and this is why I could never be a politician, a lot of issues are gray.
Yeah.
They are. It's why I'm not.
Most issues are gray.
Okay, all of them are gray.
Right.
Like, that's why I could never run for. I can't be a Democrat or a Republican because a lot of their issues they're wrong about.
The world is very, very purple, despite what everybody wants to tell you.
It's true, and most humans are purple if they're honest. So instant replay is the exact example of that. Every sport is different, and every instant is different.
Yes.
Like, when it comes to baseball, I don't mind correcting an egregiously bad call at first base. I don't. I am now minding the ball and strike thing.
Right.
I do. In football, most of us appreciate them correcting an obvious bad call, but maybe we didn't want it for pass interference, which obviously did not work. So it is a gray area. And so I remember fighting with Joe a lot about instant replay because he would get rid of it in the NFL. And ask him to this day, next time he's on, what do you think of it? I'd get rid of it, bro. Like, he hates it. He doesn't like it.
What a goddamn disgrace.
But you need it in some circumstances.
I think so.
Like when a guy is scores or doesn't score a touchdown.
Yes.
Like you need it.
A fumble or non-fumble.
100%.
You need it. And basketball right now, especially after last night, I've moved to this territory in which I just want to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Because I think it is so flawed and creates so many new issues that the juice ain't worth the squeeze. But that doesn't mean I should hate instant replay in every instance. And I think, Matt, if we calmed him down and had a nice conversation, we could find moments of replay that he'd say, okay, that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he had a bad, dating experience. Breaking news a little bit.
Oh, glassworthy?
Ish.
Ish.
Not really. The Chicago Bears are making a trade. It is not Tremaine Edmonds.
Okay.
To the Giants.
All right.
They are sending veteran wide receiver DJ Moore to the Buffalo Bills.
So Josh Allen gets himself a new toy by adding DJ Moore. We don't know what the compensation is, right?
No. It will come out as summer events.
It's going to be a 4th-round pick. That's my guess.
Maybe, yeah, sounds like it.
Kind of in that range.
Older wide receiver, been around for a minute. Still very good, but not like when he was traded to Chicago. From Carolina.
Well, I'll tell you,
where they got a couple first-round picks.
Oh yeah. A lot of trades so far here in the NFL.
I know.
We get Trent McDuffie yesterday. Obviously, the Jets made the trade of Jermaine Johnson late last week. We got DJ Moore being moved. So the deals are coming. That's for sure. Let's go to Rock on Long Island. Hey, Rock.
Hey, Rock.
Hey, how are you?
All's good,
Tiki, I do not want you to take this in any disrespect. I think you're the greatest running back in Giants history.
Appreciate it.
Evan, I I appreciate that you think the Giants should bolster the running back room, but I've watched the Giants win win Super Bowls with guys named Joe Morris, Ahmad Bradshaw, Brandon Jacobs, a washed-up O.J. Anderson who won an MVP. I just don't think that the Giants need to put all that much money into Kenneth Walker when I've seen them win with mediocre running backs, and I didn't see them win. And Tiki, please don't take this in any disrespect, because I have more memorabilia of you than any other Giant. Well, Lawrence Taylor.
Right.
But we didn't win with the greatest running back in Giants history.
So here's the thing. So
you won with mediocre running backs. So why
I wouldn't call them mediocre.
Money?
I think.
The way he prefaces that.
Just let's get facts straight.
Your position means nothing, Tiki, but I love you.
No, right. It does mean something. So in 2006, which was my last season, I don't have the exact number, but it's going to be relatively close. It doesn't even matter really. In 2006, it was my last season. I rushed for 1,600 and something yards. Collectively, as a team rush, you can get the exact statistics. We rushed for like 2,114 yards or something like that. The next season, the year that the Giants won the Super Bowl, where he's saying it was mediocre, I'm no longer playing football. Maybe they had a 1,000-yard rusher, but it was three of them. It was Brandon Jacobs. It was Ahmad Bradshaw was the fourth guy, by the way. It was Brandon Jacobs. It was Derek Ward, Ahmad Bradshaw, and Reuben Drones was the third running back. They had four guys doing it. They rushed for almost the exact same amount of number, 2,160 yards or whatever it was. And so it might have felt like it was the position individually wasn't as strong, but the position collectively was just as good, if not better. That's all we're talking about with the Giants, with this running back room. And it's not Kenneth Walker's not breaking the bank.
That's the part people are missing.
Exactly. He's not making $20 million like Saquon Barkley. Yes, I know he's a Super Bowl MVP. It doesn't matter, right? The market is going to dictate what he's going to make, and it's likely to be around $12 million a season. Now, that sounds low, but that's what the market is for running backs in the NFL.
And Tiki was 21.56 in 2006, 21.48 2007.
There you go. So basically the same. Basically, like what, 8-yard difference?
Yeah.
7-yard difference?
Same number.
Same number. And you lost the greatest running back in your franchise's history? Who cares?
Right.
It's all about the room. That's what I'm talking about, the running back room. And the Giants have room to spend, cap room to spend on their running back. So why not do it?
Yeah, it also minimizes. It's like Bryce Harper.
Yeah.
I want you to guess where I'm taking this one.
Yes.
You're like, what?
Right.
Bryce Harper? Where's this going? The Washington Nationals lost Bryce Harper the year before they won the World Series. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean that the Nationals needed to get rid of Bryce. Like, I don't need a great left-handed hitter.
Right.
Like, sometimes you get better in other areas and you win despite not having that really good player.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I don't think that works as an example. And you keep hitting on it because it's so true. We got to stop getting lost in the money and in the cap space.
Right. It's the balance of the team. So what's the real difference? From 2006 and 07, Michael Strahan was healthy. Osi Umenyiora had a great season. Justin Tuck came into his own. And their defense was just as good, if not better, than the year before. Actually, it was much better than the year before.
Now, I will give you a piece of information just to get ahead of this because I feel Sean Morash will do this. Like, this is a Sean thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Tommy will do it because I don't think he'll do the research, but Sean will do it. He will come on the radio, especially if they don't get Kenneth Walker, and now it turns into Jeremiah Love.
Right.
Taking him at 5, the Giants taking a running back.
I'm only okay with that if they fill all the other needs in free agency or trade.
Totally get it. And even if they did that, here's the stat Sean's going to give you. So I'm gonna beat him to it.
Go ahead.
I'm getting hearing that scaring me. You know the last time a first-round pick drafted running back won a Super Bowl with the team that drafted him? So obviously Saquon left. He went to a different team. He does not count. A team used a first-round pick, drafted a running back, and won a Super Bowl with that player. Do you know the last time that happened?
Emmitt Smith?
No, not that far. That would be crazy.
Sony Michel?
That's a good one.
Now I got to think of the Super Bowl champions. That's the challenge.
You want me to just tell you the answer?
don't think any of the ones that I'm thinking of drafted a running back in the first round.
Well, it's not very common. That's the thing.
Don't know.
The answer, well, you said Sony Michel. Was it Sony Michel? Because my records are telling me it wasn't even Sony Michel. But you're right. They did win the Super Bowl as a first-round pick. So it is Sony Michel, which was 2018. But the one before that, I guess, was Joseph Adai with the Indianapolis Colts in 2006.
Yeah, Joseph Adai after replacing the Hall of Fame running back.
Right.
People forget that.
No, I know. Edgerrin James.
Edgerrin James left in free agency. The next year, they draft Joseph Adai in the first round and win the Super Bowl.
Yes. And in Sony Michel's case, he was taken 30th. So it's like,
And they rotated backs, too. They had a lot of different guys.
Yeah. But still.
The point is it's rare. And that's really the overall point, whether it was a long time ago or not, or it is not a common thing to draft a running back high, because even Sony Michel was not high. Where was Joseph Adai, though?
I think he also had to be later because they were good.
He was 30th as well.
Because
How about that?
The Colts were good.
So the last two running backs, taken in the first round that won a Super Bowl with their own team was taken 30th, which almost proves the point.
Right.
Now, what I would say to Sean and anyone else who uses this,
you'd probably have to go find a top 10 running back. It might be Emmett. I'm serious.
But don't you think that while it's a really interesting fact, by the way, Emmitt Smith was taken 17th.
Oh, wow.
So it wouldn't even.
It doesn't even count.
It wouldn't be him. It doesn't prove anything.
Yeah.
It really doesn't. Like, do we think if the Kansas City Chiefs take Jeremiah Love, whether they trade up or take him wherever they are, you really think that means they can't win a Super Bowl? I think it's, you got to build your team the right way.
Right.
And if you are ready to take a running back early, I think Kansas City would be. I even think the Giants would be, depending on what they do in free agency.
They definitely are. And maybe that's why they trade away McDuffie so they can have extra first round draft capital. Where are they at now?
They're at 9
and
20. Where the Ram pick was like 29, right? 9 and 29.
Had to be way down there. Yeah. You're right. So, I mean, maybe they're looking to move around.
By the way, I need to comment on this because I was screaming at the radio. Not angrily. I was just giving an opinion, which is good. Good job by Craig Carton and his partner, the Bloody Sock.
9 and 29. You're
9 and 29. The Bloody Sock and Craig. By the way, that's Big Mac's new nickname because
Suck it!
Bloody Sock Schilling. He's a shill for the Yankees.
Welcome to hell!
So I was listening to Craig and the Bloody Sock yesterday.
Yep.
And Craig said, would you trade for the Jets the number 2 overall pick to Kansas City? And the Chiefs give you back, because Kansas City could trade up and say, we're not screwing around. We want Jeremiah Love. We're going to move up to get him. If you're the Jets, would you take back 9, 29, and next year's first-round pick? And they both said that they wouldn't do it. And I was screaming at the radio saying, I would. I would absolutely make that trade. You're giving me 2 first-round picks in this draft where I need a ton of talent. And yeah, I think Kansas City is going to be good next year. It's still a first-round pick in a loaded draft.
Right.
And now I've got 4 first-round picks? I was screaming at the radio, Bloody Sock. Craigie, you guys are wrong.
Welcome to hell.
So, good idea by that. Good idea by Craig. I'm just telling you, not that it matters. On the record as a Jet fan, I would absolutely make that trade. If they can't, would you do it, Connor, as a pseudo-Jet fan?
I would do that, yeah. The only problem is then you have to deal with a lot of LOL Jets stuff when the Chiefs go to the Super Bowl and Jeremiah Love rushes for 2,000 yards or something like that.
I think that's an overpay, by the way.
I agree.
It's an overpay because
that's why
I only do this because I look at the value chart, the NFL draft value chart. The second round pick. This is stupid numbers. Don't listen if you don't care. Second round pick is 2,500. Just think of it. It's the number to get there is 2,500. The 9th pick is 1,350. The 29th pick is 640. Right. So together that's 20. That's 20. That's 9. It's just under 2,000. Right, so 2,500 for the pick, 2,000 for 13, for 9 and 20 and 29. So you would just need a second round pick, first round pick, second round.
Well, I'm not
pick.
doing it then.
That's what the value chart says.
No, and I respect that.
That's what the value chart says. That's all I'm saying.
Would that just backs up my?
I don't think you would. You
get that offer.
Yeah, you wouldn't get that offer.
That's why it's backing up my point that the answer is yes.
Right.
When Craig made that trade up, I'm like, I would do it.
Of course
I'm not saying it would be out there, but both those guys are like, nah. Like,
right.
what are you crazy? I would absolutely do it. And I understand the risks that Kansas City next year, it's probably a late first round pick. That's okay. I've got 4 of them.
Right.
I'd have my pick, the Colt pick, the Cowboy pick, and the Chief pick.
Right.
I would be so with so many weapons. I'd be like the U.S. military. I'd be able to strike at any freaking moment and get almost anybody who I want. We'll get back to your calls in a few minutes. 888-808-1019. The highly anticipated quarterback bingo will commence in just a few minutes as well. That's where we, on the record, make our official predictions on where all the free agent or soon-to-be available quarterbacks end up. I studied this last night. Sean Morash even sent in his picks live from Disney World. We'll get to that coming up in a few minutes, plus a ton more of your calls at 888-808-1019.
Listen up, guys. It's time for a healthier you. My good buddy John Gallucci Jr., CEO of JAG Physical Therapy, always tells me how important it is to focus on your biomechanical chain to reduce injuries. Now it's time for you and your loved ones to turn to JAG to get stronger and function at a higher level. The dedicated team of physical therapists at JAG Physical Therapy will develop a plan specifically for you to help prevent injuries. And if you have an existing injury, their expertise and commitment will help you get back to the life you love. Schedule your appointment today at jagpt.com. That's jagpt.com.
The Carton Show with Craig Carton and Chris McMonagle. Afternoons 2 to 7 on The Fan, 101.9 FM.
You don't believe that.
I 100%
You
believe
don't.
that.
You can't. Like, come on.
It's watch it again. It's what happened.
By the way, nobody believes that.
I don't really care. Watch it.
Like, Clement's kids don't believe that. They know what their father did. Clemens knows what he did.
Get The Carton Show on demand. Available on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, and the free Odyssey app. Get breaking sports news here. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, an Odyssey sports station.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
This Odyssey Sports Minute is sponsored by Old Trapper Beef Jerky. Old Trapper, what's your beef? With the New England Patriots set to release wide receiver Stephon Diggs next week, it's incumbent on the team to get a new number one wide receiver for quarterback Drake May. Two options out there, A.J. Brown via trade from the Philadelphia Eagles, or Alec Pearson free agency from the Colts. The Patriots need to make it happen. I'm Nick Customers.
Is your everyday congestion preventing you from enjoying life's big moments? Try Vicks Sinex Saline today and get yourself back in the action. Vicks Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion with a gentle, ultra-fine mist. Sinex Saline's drug-free, no-mess formula instantly moisturizes and soothes dry, irritated nasal passages for quick and effective relief. Get back to enjoying life's biggest moments to the fullest without having to worry about everyday congestion holding you back. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, it's Tiki here. I'm constantly on the go between the fan, taking care of my kids, various events, meetings, football games. The list goes on and on and on. But one of the things I value most is feeling safe and also knowing that my family is safe when I'm not with them at home. That's why I turn to our great partners at Sloman's Home Security to install their innovative ShieldLink system in my own house. The Sloman ShieldLink system is a smart home security solution that easily and seamlessly combines safety, convenience, and most importantly, peace of mind. Whether I'm home or away, I can manage anything right from my phone. My security system, home automation, my entertainment system, everything is right there at my fingertips. Our security lighting turns on as soon as we turn our alarm system on. So whether we're home going to sleep or away, we know that we're safe and our home feels protected. Just give them a call at 1-800-ALARM-ME or visit online slomans.com to learn how Sloman ShieldLink can give you peace of mind in your home and when you're on the go, just like me.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber with a special message for New York businesses looking to diversify your income.
Amazon Hub Delivery is making it easy to earn extra money. When you partner with Amazon Hub Delivery, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area. With each package delivered, you'll gain extra income and exposure for your business. There's no upfront cost, no delivery experience, and no long-term contracts required. Sign up to learn more at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
If you're still living with bunion pain, it might be time to break up with your bunion. Because when bunions are ignored, they don't get better, they often get worse. Over time, they can lead to joint damage and arthritis. Once a bunion becomes too severe, minimally invasive options may no longer be possible. I'm Dr. Manningot. Early treatment can make a big difference, helping you feel better every day. Break up with your bunion and take the first step towards healthier, pain-free feet. Call us today at 877-5FASTER or visit allianceortho.com to schedule your appointment today.
Okay, class, let's begin.
Psst, love your boots. I just sold a pair like that on eBay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it took like 2 seconds to list and they sold almost immediately. I've been selling everything lately. Some chunky boots, a faux fur coat I never wore, and a vintage chair that was more of an expensive clothing rack.
You know, I actually bought these on eBay. Wait, are you Kitty Sell Stuff from Brooklyn?
Okay, quiet, please.
Find what you love, sell what you don't. eBay. Things people love.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Tired of digging your car out of the snow? Donate it to Cars for Kids before the next storm hits. Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or go to carsforkids.org to donate.
Diving for that grounder got you grounded? Oof. We've got specialists for that. Layup, take you down? We've got specialists for that. With 45 Castle Connolly top doctors, Orland & Cohen specialists are considered among the best in the nation by their peers, which can mean a better outcome for you. From Staten Island to Southampton, our network is open 7 days a week, so you can feel better, faster. Visit OrlandCohen.com.
All new Dunkin' Zero. Only 20 calories, 0 sugar. The all-new revitalizing energy drink made with B vitamins so you can actually feel good about it. Struggling to make it through the afternoon? Wishing every meeting was an email? Sounds like it's time for Dunkin' Zero. It's the perfect pick-me-up without the spiral, and it comes in 6 delicious flavors like Sun Zest and Glamberry. Dunkin' Zero. Only at Dunkin'. Dunkin' Zero drinks contain caffeine from caffeine and guarana. Beverages are fruit-flavored, contain 0 fruit juice. Participation may vary, limited time offer.
When it comes to getting the guaranteed lowest price on Toyo tires, there's only one place to go, Town Fair Tire. And when it comes to getting more free services for life than anywhere else on Toyo tires, there's only one place to go, Town Fair Tire. So when you're in the market for a new set of Toyo tires, there's only one place to go, because nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Absolutely nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
This is a very exciting time of the sports calendar. The World Baseball Classic is underway. Opening day is 3 weeks away. The NBA playoffs, you can sense it. The NHL trade deadline is tomorrow. Their playoffs, you can sense it. But first, on Monday, NFL free agency begins.
Right.
Now, it is the unofficial beginning of free agency on Monday. It's the legal tampering period. But that's when you start to get news. You start to get movement. And every single year, we play a little bingo right before the beginning of free agency. We did this in baseball. It was successfully won by Tiki Barber. Mm-hmm. Congratulations. He won an MLB free agency bingo.
So far, too kind.
Very nice. Well, you earned it. This year, we are playing another NFL quarterback bingo. So I have selected the 9 most appealing quarterbacks who are either free agents or about to be free agents because they're going to be released. And they all have, I guess, some interesting kind of backstories. Like, I didn't include Marcus Mariota because he's boring. You know, I didn't include Jimmy Garoppolo.
Wherever they go, they're going to be backups.
That's right.
They're not competing for the starting job per se.
I included guys who are either likely competing for starting jobs or just more interesting in terms of where they end up. So let us begin. 9 different people, and I'm going to go in the order of the Evan Roberts big board of quarterbacks that I prefer for the New York Jets. So as you recall, the number 1 man on my board, much to the chagrin of many Jet fans and you, was Anthony Richardson. So let's start with Anthony Richardson. Would you like to go first or shall I?
I'll go first.
Anthony Richardson will end up with what team, Tiki?
The Indianapolis Colts.
He's staying in Indianapolis?
Yes.
I believe he will replace Malik Willis as a backup in Green Bay.
That's interesting.
Anthony Richardson to the Green Bay Packers. Next up is Malik Willis. Malik Willis, one of the hottest free agents available, of course, enhanced his value with the brief time he got a chance to play. Malik Willis will end up with
Miami. Can't help but see the connection at Jeff Hafley.
Yeah, I still think they're tanking, and I think we'll certainly find out over the next week or so, depending on what they do at quarterback. I have Malik Willis signing. Are you ready for this one?
Go ahead.
With the Arizona Cardinals, replacing Kyler Murray.
Interesting.
Because what are the Cardinals doing at quarterback?
Right. Jacoby Brissett is still there. He had a decent season. He just wasn't a winning quarterback for them. Interesting.
Are they drafting Ty Simpson? I guess they could.
Yeah.
Or are the Arizona Cardinals doing what a lot of teams are doing, which is let me see if I can fill it somewhere else. And then, hey, next year we could reevaluate. So I have the Cardinals. Despite the money they have tied up to Kyler Murray, they still have cap space and flexibility.
Yep.
I've got Malik Willis to the Arizona Cardinals. Next up, and you have every right to say remain retired, but Derek Carr is on this bingo card. Where does Derek Carr end up?
Retired. Nobody wants him.
You can't say nobody wants him.
You don't really want him.
I want him.
You say you want him. I don't think you really want him.
You think I'm just saying that?
Yeah.
You think I'm just saying that because he wants me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say retired.
I'm saying the Jets. I made that prediction here a few days ago when we did the Jets quarterback room. I think he is going to come out of retirement, and I think he likes Aaron Glenn. They have a good relationship, and I can see the Jets obviously trying to win and also potentially drafting a young quarterback who would be more of a project than a Ty Simpson, where Derek Carr is going to play the 17 games, assuming he's healthy. So I'm going Derek Carr to the New York Jets. Next up, Kyler Murray, freshly available.
Yes. This is a hard one. This is a tough one for me. I'm going to say Kyler Murray goes to Minnesota.
Son of a bitch.
You think the same?
Yes.
Yeah.
We have our first agreement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that Kevin O'Connell's got his pick. I do. I think that any quarterback that's available in their right mind is going to prefer the Minnesota Vikings. And I think that even includes
But he also can't afford a step-back season.
No.
Not that he's on the hot seat, but he was flying so high, and now it's like, all right, what was this 9-8 season? It was kind of like, ugh. He needs to have a season.
I would actually take it a step further. He is a really good head coach. I would love him for the Jets next year if things don't work out with Aaron Glenn. But I do think when you look at the GM is gone, the J.J. McCarthy blame, the Sam Darnold decision, I think there is an immense amount of pressure on Kevin O'Connell, and I think that he's going to be viewed as the decider in whatever quarterback they bring in.
You better get somebody who can play and win now.
Yes.
And Kyler, let's be real, is the one that can do that.
Yeah, I think of all the guys that we're going to go through, I mean, you could argue Derek Carr, by the way. Derek Carr to Minnesota actually does make a lot of sense. It does.
It does.
It makes a lot of sense. But Derek Carr likes Aaron Glenn, so he's coming to the Jets.
He also hasn't played, and he's recovering from an injury.
Well, real quick before we continue, if you're Kevin O'Connell, right, forget the Jets for a second. You are Kevin O'Connell, and Derek Carr and Kyler Murray both tell you, I want to play for you. So it is your choice between the two players, and let's say the contracts are the same, doesn't matter. I know you got to give the Saints compensation for Derek Carr, but let's say it's not a lot. Which one would you prefer? If
Minnesota.
No. If you're Kevin O'Connell, which one would you prefer?
If you'd
Carr
you'd
versus
want
Murray.
Carr. You'd want Derek Carr.
Okay.
But the challenge with Derek Carr is that, one, he hasn't played, and two, you don't know how healthy he is. So he's got to go through a process before he's really viable for any of these teams. So that's why I say retired.
Next up,
Tua Tagovailoa.
Tua Tagovailoa.
Where you have him going?
I have Tua Tagovailoa. Tagovailoa.
You love
Tua Tagovailoa.
Interesting. I have him not being as high as some of these other guys.
What does that mean? He's going to be out of football, going to the CFL?
No, he's not going to be like a potential starter.
Oh, we're thinking along the same lines. I kind of want to go first now because I feel like
Go ahead.
I get upset.
All right, go ahead.
You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
I think he's going to a place.
Tua Tagovailoa at Alabama.
He's going to compete for a job. So I'm kind of with you because this team may have a starting quarterback, and maybe this is my own. What's that weird thing when you've fetish is my own fetish
Go ahead.
on why I have Tua going to this place. I'm a lefty. That's me. I'm a lefty. Can you imagine Tua and Michael Penix? I have Tua going to the Atlanta Falcons. How about that one?
That's a good one.
Dueling lefties.
Right.
You got to love that. That almost makes sense that they're both lefties, right?
I didn't think of it. That's not who I was thinking about.
Oh, damn it. Who you got?
I have him going to the Washington Commanders.
Wow. But this one is not competing. This is a backup.
This is a backup.
That's a true backup.
But we know that their quarterback has had a massive injury history. And so his knee, he never did anything with his knee. His elbow is what we or was it elbow? Dislocated elbow. His elbow is what we focused on at the end of the season because that's what kept him out of games. But he's got a jacked up knee, man. He didn't have surgery on his knee. So Jaden Daniels, I'm talking about.
I want you to do a little.
So I think as a backup, I don't think he's shooing in to we're bringing him in to be our starter.
Oh no,
that's not. I think that's past him a little bit, at least because of his success. Or at least non-success.
Yeah,
so I think he's a backup.
Yeah, I cue it about 60 seconds before I get the text message from Al Cintron with some kind of strong opinion. It could be a good one. It could be I love it, or it could be.
And by the way, the reason I like him for a place like Washington is they have a young offensive coordinator, and he's a great teammate.
Good.
So
fair enough. That's a good one.
Hold mine.
Kirk Cousins. Well, you already said.
Yeah, you already know what I'm saying.
You know where I got Kirk Cousins going?
Where?
The Miami Dolphins. Because they are tanking. And they can't just not have a quarterback. So I think they bring Kirk in.
I don't think he's a good tank option, though.
You think they'll win too much?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he accidentally, if you're trying to tank that, that is, lifts you to some wins that you probably shouldn't have won.
Yeah. I may have to rethink that one. This one I can't wait.
You can go back and redo it.
I may have to redo that one.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson. I got to go first. I'm going to blow your mind with this.
Go ahead.
He's a backup, right? We all agree with that? Russell Wilson is coming home. The Seattle Seahawks. He goes back as a backup for Sam Darnold. You like that one?
Yeah.
That's a good one. Who you got? Or where you got?
CBS desk.
He never plays again?
CBS desk.
Hey, guys. Russell here.
Now, if he's willing to be a backup, because he has to be.
I don't think he is.
Okay, then you're right. It really comes down to...
I think in his mind, he thinks he's still got it.
Okay. Guys are very, very different when it comes to this. And I've used this example with Greg Maddux. I think we're seeing it now with Joe Flacco. If you want to play and you're willing to be that journeyman who bounces around the league, a back of the rotation arm like Max Scherzer is now, or in Flacco's case, bouncing around the league as an in-case emergency quarterback.
Where is he now even?
He's a free agent.
Yeah.
I didn't include him. Do you want me to include Joe Flacco? It's kind of boring.
No. Who cares?
Yeah. You'll see with the last two that I'm keeping it interesting.
Right.
All right, let's get to our last two. Aaron Rodgers. He is a free agent. And I want to give you info before you guess. So I did God's work. I listened to Aaron Rodgers on Pat McAfee, so you guys don't have to. And besides a lot of funny things like taking a shot at Kash Patel, like talking about making love with his wife and being stalked and all sorts of things that Aaron Rodgers talked about, he made very clear he has not been made a contract offer by the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Right.
He sounds like he's interested in going back, didn't say it point blank, but said positive things about Mike McCarthy, positive things about Pittsburgh.
Sounds a lot like the Jets, doesn't it?
It kind of does. Like the fact that the Steelers haven't made him an offer doesn't mean they won't bring him back. But free agency begins next week.
Same old Jets.
Like, they need a quarterback.
Right. And they can negotiate with him still.
Absolutely. And they should have every right to say to Aaron, hey, decide by next week. Because if you don't, there's a lot of interesting options for us that we would want to go after. If they're going to wait on Aaron Rodgers again, then all these guys are going to be gone. So I'm just giving you the information before we make our predictions. With all that said, I think he's going back to the Steelers. Like, I'm still going to ride back that he goes to Pittsburgh. But it is odd, according to Aaron Rodgers, that Omar Khan has not made him a contract offer.
Retirement.
100 different hands on my body.
Wow, retirement.
Yep.
That's what I did last year.
Yep.
That was my pick. I got it wrong. And lastly, Zach Wilson. CFL.
Oh, man.
No, I have Zach Wilson going somewhere else, again, as a third-string project. And I thought to myself, who would give him a shot? Who would say, let me try to rehabilitate him? And the answer is Kyle Shanahan. So I have Zach Wilson as a third-string quarterback with the San Francisco 49ers.
That's an interesting one.
Thank you.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, God. That's disgusting. I don't even want to think of him.
He's going to play so well that Mahomes never even comes back.
Can you imagine if he goes to the Kansas City Chiefs? Just for whatever reason, Eric Bieniemy loves him. Andy Reid just really gets him because they don't have. I mean, who is it? It's what's the guy's name? I gotta look it up.
Gardner Minshew.
Chris. No, he's a free agent.
That's right. Yeah.
What was his name?
I forgot the guy.
Alodakun or whatever his name was. That's the guy who ended up playing at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Is that really who you're going into the season with?
Yeah.
So they did call Wilson the Mormon Mahomes.
Yeah,
if you remember.
I do.
So I got him going to the Kansas City Chiefs.
I think
just a project.
Yeah,
and maybe he finds a way to, win the backup job.
Yeah, he's not, though. He's a project and he'll be somewhere. I don't think he ever plays again in the NFL.
You're probably right.
I think he's going to, because the fact that Dolphins didn't give him a shot last year.
Well, they brought him in to give him the shot. And then when they got a chance to give him a shot, they jumppt over him.
Yeah. I almost think we'll never see him play again.
Yeah.
So that's our quarterback bingo.
But he'll be on a team.
Yeah. Oh, he'll be on a team. Exactly.
Right.
You're probably.
Are you rethinking?
The Kirk Cousins thing?
Yeah. You rethinking Kirk Cousins?
I'm
giving you the opportunity to rethink Kirk Cousins.
So here's the problem I'm running into with Miami. And I'll specifically talk about them in relation to Kirk Cousins. I think they're tanking. And again, Gio has said the same thing. We're on the same page. And we'll both find out if we're right or wrong next week based on what they do at quarterback. If you are tanking, who are you bringing in? You know what I mean? You have to bring someone in, right? You're not just going to say, I don't have a quarterback, or I'm just going to draft someone in the third round and play them immediately.
I'm forgetting right now where they are.
Where they are where? In the draft?
In the draft. Where are the Dolphins? Oh, so they're 11th. The Dolphins are 11th in this upcoming draft. And so what are they in position to draft and what do they need? That becomes the question.
And they're not taking a quarterback in the first round. I mean, are they going to play Quinn Ewers? Is that just the plan? Are they just saying he's the guy? And maybe they do eventually, but I have to think they're bringing some kind of veteran in. So then I ask myself, well, what would they bring in then? Is it Marcus Mariota? Is it, what is it?
Right. Drew Allar. Draft him.
But that's a draft. You have to think they're bringing a veteran quarterback in.
Yeah, but Quinn Ewers is not super young.
He's a rookie last year, wasn't he?
Wasn't he around for a couple years?
I got to double check.
Now I'm forgetting when Quinn Ewers came into the league.
No, I'll tell you right now.
No, you're right. He was a rookie.
Yeah, it was a 7th round pick last year.
Right.
So I'm going to stick with Kirk Cousins because honestly, I can't think of another place.
Right.
Now, I know what everyone else is thinking. What about Sean Morash? Are we really going to leave him out? I mean, he did have the balls to take his vacation as the NFL offseason is beginning. He could have taken it last week or the week before that.
Yeah.
He chose this week.
And he's missing free agency and everything.
Yeah, he's even Monday. I mean, it's just a bad job by Sean. But you know what? I'm a nice guy. I texted him this morning hoping he would not respond so I could say I gave him a shot. But he did respond. I said, Sean, do you want to do free agent bingo? And he immediately sends us back an audio file live from Disney World. So, ladies and gentlemen, it was live at the time. Now it's pre-recorded. Here is Sean Morash filling out his quarterback bingo card.
All right, I'm making my predictions from Disney's Hollywood Studios here. Hopefully the sounds good. I'm in the Tower of Terror waiting room. Here we go. I think Kirk Cousins is going to be a Jet.
Ugh.
I think Malik Willis is going to be a Dolphin. Anthony Richardson will be Jordan Love's backup with the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, he got you.
Tua, with the other lefty, will be the backup to Michael Penix with the Atlanta Falcons.
What? I don't like this.
Aaron Rodgers is going to the Vikings.
Oh, okay.
Derek Carr is going to be a Pittsburgh Steeler.
Oh. I like that one.
Derek Carr is going to be a Pittsburgh Steeler.
You already said that, Tubby.
Zach Wilson is going to the CFL.
Is that it?
Russell Wilson,
There we go.
as Ciara remodels herself as a country artist, will go join Brian Dable in Tennessee to back up Cam Ward.
Oh,
That's actually a good one.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Kyler Murray is the most difficult one on the board for me.
Yeah.
Not for me and Evan.
Ultimately, I think Kyler Murray.
Just say it. What are we doing?
Oh, God, I'm struggling with this one. Hold on. Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray.
Where am I going to put him?
Put him somewhere.
Kyler Murray is going to the New Orleans Saints.
No.
The New Orleans
He's going to
Saints.
play.
He choked.
He did. He choked on the last one.
Yeah.
I mean, he copied me and you on the first 4. And then he choked on the last one.
He really did.
But Russell Wilson's a good one.
That was a good one.
If he plays, that makes a lot of sense.
And Dable has a love affair with him.
Right, because everybody else, Sean Payton, Nate Hackett, his other former coaches don't like him.
They want nothing to do with him.
But Dave's did like him.
Yeah. Damn it. Sean is going to accuse me of listening to this and then picking my Anthony Richardson thing from him. I promise you I did not.
We already knew he was piggybacking me on Kirk
Cousins. Yeah.
Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, that one I kind of knew.
What was the other one? What was the other one he copied me on?
He copied me on the Falcons with Tua.
Yeah.
The Steeler Derek Carr one is pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, the Dolphins with Malik Willis.
Right.
Well, we thank Sean. I mean,
Thank
here
you,
he is
Sean.
in the Tower of Terror, which is the worst ride at Disney.
Dude, can't he just take time off?
You think it's my fault because I texted him?
Stop contributing. If you texted me when I'm in Paris in April, I'm gonna be like, go scratch. Evan.
You know that? I got to tell you, I don't think that's true because I think one time we did, like
No,
we
you
were
did.
making a prediction.
You did.
And I just gave you the chance. I wasn't saying you have to.
Right.
And you immediately said something back.
I think it was like a Thursday night football pick.
That's what it was. Yeah. It was like a football pick. Like this.
Wait, why was I away on a Thursday night?
I don't know. That one I can't remember. Maybe it wasn't a vacation. Maybe it was like a business thing.
No, it's what it was. I had an event.
Yeah, and that
That's what
makes
it was.
it like less
Right.
likely to.
And I almost was going to work today, but I just couldn't find a setup.
I get you.
I couldn't. It's just hard when you're on the road.
Plus, I think that quarterback bingo is such a prestigious thing. You don't want to be left out.
No, you can't.
Because there'll be so many days in which we're like, let's check the results of Tua.
Because they're all going to come in,
Yeah.
not on the same day.
I know. So Sean's involved. Good job out of him. Let's go to Phil in Bayside. What's up, Phil?
Hey, Phil.
Hello.
Hey, Evan.
Yeah.
I just discovered in my archives from my father's garage when I used to walk to Shea Stadium from Great Neck from 1976 to 1981.
Well, hold on.
And all my scorecards.
Hold on. You walked from Great Neck to Shea Stadium?
Yeah, I had nothing to do. I was a loner. It was 9 miles, and I had all day to kill.
Oh, I mean, 9
It's
miles.
only 9 miles?
It's not that far.
Are you
It's really not that far.
Oh, no, I thought it was longer. That's a bad
Right.
job out of me. I guess my Long Island geography is bad. Wow, okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, nobody wanted to go with me. I had all day to kill.
Right.
You're funny.
So
All right.
I discovered all my scorecards from those years.
Right.
And I would like to get them to you because I believe you would enjoy the mid 1970s Mets.
That is awesome,
Oh,
but
that's cool.
I'd feel bad taking them. Like, shouldn't you save them
Right.
and
You
have
have
them in a
copies?
collection?
I don't care anymore. I mean, the greats of Joel Youngblood and Willie Montañez and Richie Hebner and Jerry Grody. Oh, all those Craig
That is
Swan.
kinda cool.
Oh, my
You know, put him
goodness.
on hold, and Connor can take his information.
Well-
That's very nice of you, Phil.
That is very nice of you, and I have had an idea for a long time, and I think that Phil could contribute to this. I think a scorecard is one of the coolest things ever because you can see the story of a baseball game. You can see everything.
Right.
You can see how it
Right.
happened.
It's the one sport where you can describe what happens just by print.
Yes.
Football, you can't.
I would love for a website, whether it's Baseball Reference or another website, to have the scorecard of every game in Major League Baseball history. So when you go to Baseball Reference and you click on the box score, you can see the box score.
Yeah.
But I want there to be a scorecard attached to it.
Here's the task for you because we're going to take a break here in a second.
Says who?
Says Connor Green. He comes over here and whooped your ass for jacking up his timing over here.
Yes.
Do it in Grok.
Ask Grok?
See if Grok can do it.
All right. I'm going to ask Grok to
Because
show me scorecards.
all the statistics are everything it needs is out there.
No, you're
already.
right. And there's actually a Twitter account, it's been out for a few years, in which at the end of each night, there's the scorecard for every game. So obviously the modern games are there.
It's easy to scrape it. He should be able, the AI should be able to scrape it very easily and create a scorecard.
All right.
If AI can't do that, AI is worthless.
Wow. All right, I'm going to challenge AI in just a minute. We'll also get back to your phone calls. A lot of strong football opinions at 888-808-1019, plus the Cinco de Luncho soon after we return as well. The Fan Focus. I just said it out loud, though.
This Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ Precision Cooking Effortless Results, chefiq.com. Also sponsored by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. So according to a report by Mike Silver from The Athletic, Max Crosby and others on the Raiders were frustrated by the presence of Tom Brady's trainer Alex Guerrero last year. Wow. So Silver wrote Guerrero was regularly attending practices and meetings, purports to possess significant organizational power, informing players of impending transactions, and even indicating to staff members who don't follow his instructions that their jobs may be at risk.
You already know.
So wherever he ends up, Belichick threw him out of New England. He seems to always kind of cause some ruffled feathers.
Tom Brady's going to ruin the Raiders even more than they're already ruined. That's my conclusion. He really is. And you know what? I don't feel bad about it.
You already know.
All right. If you've been thinking about replacing those old chilly windows and doors, now's the time. Windorama's kicking off their window warm-up sale, and you could save up to 40% on your installation project when you purchase and install through Windorama. 40% off, big savings, great products and brands, and expert installation. Hard to beat that. Keep the warm air in, the cold air out, and upgrade your home the right way. Visit Windorama.com or stop by one of their showrooms today. Windorama, your window and door specialist since 1977.
And this portion of the program is also sponsored by Kalshi. Trade on anything. Basketball season is in full swing. Trade the game on Kalshi. It's a Friday night doubleheader as Dallas heads into Boston and LA faces San Antonio. Kalshi is available in all 50 states. Download the Kalshi app and use code FAN to get $10 when you trade 100. Kalshi, trade on anything.
We're getting ready for another season of Yankees and Mets baseball on WFAN.
Going on deep drive right field, hit hard, and is screaming out of here.
We've got all the bases covered with breaking news, analysis, and good old-fashioned New York sports talk on The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
That's the sound of James adding long-lasting Gain scent boosters to his laundry this morning. Several hours later, James sniffs the irresistible scent of Gain on his shirt. Gain. Several hours later, James has even caught the attention of his mother-in-law, and she never gives him attention.
Ooh, you smell amazing, James.
Oh, thanks, Mom. I love you too.
I never said that.
Add Gain scent boosters to your laundry. Add joy to your day.
It's tax time, y'all. If you want to file free, this next one's for you.
Now taxes is so free. Tax-free edition only. Roughly 37% of filers qualify. Simple form 1040 returns only. Now this is taxes.
Love that jam. Up next, commercials.
Intuit TurboTax Free Edition. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. No schedules except for earned income tax credit, child tax credit, student loan interest, and Schedule 1A.
My car smells fresh, so fresh, always so fresh every day. My car smells fresh, so fresh, like I cleaned it yesterday. Got the Febreze car on the vents, living life with that just clean fresh. Yes, Febreze car, if you know, you know. Up to 40 days a cent on low. My car smells fresh, so fresh, always so fresh every day. My car smells fresh, so fresh, like I cleaned it yesterday. That's right, breathe happy Febreze, la 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 la.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. Do you feel stupid for buying a timeshare? Don't. It's not your fault. You were most likely told you could rent it, and it was a great financial investment. And the deal was available today only. If this happened to you, contact your resort or Wesley Financial Group for help today.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-939-1441. 800-939-1441.
College basketball is non-stop. Big games, tight spreads, momentum swings every night. And now FanDuel's giving you a way to turn that energy into bigger wins with a college basketball parlay profit boost. Here's how it works. Build any college hoops parlay you like. The early tip, the rivalry game, the ranked matchup, the late night West Coast shootout, mixed spreads, totals, props, whatever fits your read of the slate. Then just apply your profit boost and instantly bump up that potential payout. Go safe, go spicy, go with the team you've been following all season. It's your parlay, your style. Now with more upside behind it. Head to FanDuel.com/New York to get started. FanDuel, play your game. We just love the app around here. It's safe and secure. When you win, you get paid instantly. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN. 21 and over and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Minimum 2-leg parlay required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable Boost Builder tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
It's March savings time at Nielsen Dodge. It's also tax return time, and we have a great money-saving idea. Show us what your tax return is, and we'll double it up to $1,500.
You can count on zero down payment, super low lease payments, 0% financing is available.
Lease a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee Altitude X 4x4, just $198 a month.
Match your tax return up to $1,500 on any new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, or Ram.
Hundreds of vehicles in stock with big savings off MSRP. And of course, we always give you the credit help you need.
Find out what your tax return is before April 15th, and we'll double it up to $1,500. Max your tax only at Nielsen Dodge for a limited time.
On Route 10 in East Hanover, or shop online at nielsendodge.com.
Declaration of Deal sales event.
With approval, term 27 months, due at sign, $51.98. Add tax tag $498 and DMV fees. For tax refund info, see dealer for details.
Hey, New York business owners, it's Tiki Barber. Are you looking to earn extra money? Of course you are. When your business partners with Amazon Hub Delivery, you simply drop off packages to Amazon customers in your neighborhood. Sign up at amazon.com/hub delivery.
All right, they won. You gotta text your buddies, except you're driving. If you have to respond, pull over. Texting and driving is illegal and could lead to an accident. A safety message from the Rothenberg Law Firm, injurylawyer.com.
This is the Game of the Week report, brought to you by Hyundai.
Monday night's pro basketball schedule is set to bring the heat as the postseason nears. First, a marquee showdown takes center stage as Cleveland hosts Philly and are eager to climb the standings. And out west, Denver heads into Oklahoma, and Salt Lake City will take on Golden State as they look to upset one of the league's most experienced teams.
The Game of the Week report is brought to you by the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid. Learn how it's so much more than just another SUV at HyundaiUSA.com.
Get into the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event and get away with a deal so right it almost feels wrong. Because right now you can get great deals on our most popular models, including our adventure-ready SUVs like the Hyundai Santa Fe or Santa Fe Hybrid and the Tucson or Tucson Hybrid. Plus, there's our bold and stylish Elantra, loaded with the latest tech, or go all-electric with the Ioniq 5 or Ioniq 9. So get down to your local Hyundai dealer and get away with a deal you'll love during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Visit HyundaiUSA.com for details.
Hey, did you know Verizon Home Internet covers more homes with faster speeds across the country than any other provider? Now you can get award-winning Fios Internet for just $20 a month for 3 years. Switch today and enjoy savings you can count on. Verizon Home Internet consists of Fios and 5G Home. Availability varies. Comparison based on FCC BDS data of home internet providers with download speeds over 50 megabytes per second, June 2025. Limited time offer for eligible new customers. Fios $20 per month plan with auto pay, mobile phone plan, mobile plus home, and bonus discount. Enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee. Applies only to the then current base monthly rate for Fios. Additional terms may apply.
Why does it matter to members that Aetna was named a Best Medicare Advantage company by U.S. News & World Report? Because they chose a plan that gives them real support, real people, and real care. We show up on calls with members and doctors' offices when needed. We show up with access to convenient care options and coverage that fits everyday life. We don't show up for awards. We show up for you. And showing up for you is how healthier happens together.
It's Chuck Devine with SnowCountry.com. Find what you need to get projects done from the brands you trust at prices you'll love. Lowe's, we help, you save. A batch of fresh snow greeted northern mountains on Wednesday like Whiteface in the Adirondacks and Smuggler's Notch, Vermont getting at least a couple inches. Killington and Pico with 4 inches fresh, and Stratton got 5 inches. Thursday and Friday, we'll have some showers and some dry windows close to home, and then it's full-blown spring skiing by the weekend with milder temperatures and soft snow. Mount Peter and Thunder Ridge, both 100% day and night with snow on the softer side in southern New York, and snow tubing this weekend for Mount Peter. Windham and Bel Air, both on 55 well-covered trails in the Catskills, and they have a nice selection of groomed black diamonds, both of them. That snow will soften nicely this weekend. Gorn Mountain and Whiteface, both with trail numbers in the 80s in the Adirondacks. Killington explores 6 big mountains in Vermont.
You don't just ski or ride, you dominate. At Killington, we fuel your adventure. Be the beast. Ski and ride Killington.
No matter the season, New York sports never stop. Yankees, Mets, Giants, Jets. If it's happening, we're talking about it. The Fan, 101.9 FM and always streaming on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
Evan and Tiki here on this Thursday, 3 weeks away from opening day in Major League Baseball. The WBC has started. It started at 5 a.m. Taiwan, also I guess officially known as Chinese Taipei, played. How'd they do? Oh, Korea beat the Czech. The Czech, what are they? The Czechia?
Czech Republic?
Isn't that the Czech Republic? Well, Korea beat Czech Republic 11-4.
I think it might be something different. I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm confused as well.
Right.
And then, you know what? I do not care about this part of the WBC. I got to tell you.
We care about the United States, who is taking on Brazil tomorrow afternoon.
And the DR. I care about
DR as well. Right?
I care about Puerto Rico. Like, I care about the Americas.
It's still Japan is the favorite, right?
I think the U.S. is the favorite.
Are they?
Yeah. I think it's U.S. 1, Japan 2. Yeah, Australia defeated Chinese Taipei by a final score of 3-0. But as far as we're concerned, the United States of America, as you talked about, we open up tomorrow night against, who'd you say we're playing, Brazil?
Brazil.
Yeah. I'm into it, but I'm like partially into it.
I hear you. I'm the same way. It's not must watch for me.
I think it becomes must watch once they're in the quarters, assuming they get there.
Yeah.
And now it's elimination games, and it's like all right in front of us, and it makes a lot of sense. I think right now when you're in this, what they call classic pool play, it's like, it's Brazil.
What does this even mean?
What does it mean?
Right.
What does it matter?
And how much do the players even care? Because Tarek Skubal is going to just pitch in one game, right? And then he's going back home for spring training.
He explained that one. Like, he's a free agent at the end of the year. And he also explained that his ramp up just doesn't work with throwing a lot of pitches and throwing velocity. So
yeah, it undermines his year.
Yeah, so I think he
Pirates, right?
Cares. I just don't think he cares as much with the Tigers.
I mean, the Tigers.
You're getting him and Paul Skeens confused.
Confused, yeah.
Paul Skeens is the one who said that this pitching in the WBC is just a slight level below being in the United States military, which was one of the most tone-deaf lines I ever heard, and it got zero media attention. We brought it up. We ripped them, in a nice way. Nothing.
Right.
Like, instead,
and again, ultimately, to defend him, he was saying this about himself personally.
He was. And I understand that we shouldn't go that crazy about it. I just know that if that same comment was made by, like, LeBron James, there would be a book written about it.
I don't like LeBron James.
Oh, it'd be the end of the world. Anyhow, we'll get to your calls in a minute. We appreciate you waiting, 888-808-1019. But before that, it is your Cinco del Luncho.
Sean Moraes in the booth. Somebody hide the queso. Optics flying, phones ringing, Evans yelling, no! Tiki's laughing, chaos cracking, nobody's in control. It's Cinco de Roncho. Bam! Crunch! Let's go!
And Cinco de Luncho is brought to you by Helix Wireless, connecting everything, everywhere. So we were talking a little bit about how the OKC Thunder are not really a road draw. They didn't have great ratings in the finals last year. So I look back at some of the top 5 nondescript, non-star-studded championship teams in the history of sports.
Oh, okay.
So here we go.
Here we go! Number 5.
So number 5 is the 2011 Dallas Mavericks. If you remember, they were big-time underdogs against the Miami Heat, and really their only big-time star-studded guy was Dirk Nowitzki.
Right.
Outside of that, you had Jason Terry, an aging Jason Kidd, Sean Marion, J.J. Barea. But even so, they beat the Lakers that year in the playoffs, who had Kobe Bryant. They beat OKC with Harden and Russell Westbrook, and then, of course, the Heat in the championship.
That's a good one.
Not bad.
And number 4, the 1987 Washington Redskins. Doug Williams did not start the year. He's obviously the guy everyone remembers from that season. Darryl Green, Todd Bowles was actually on that team. but really were driven by a great offensive line. And Timmy Smith was the star in the Super Bowl.
Right, even though he barely started. I don't think he started at all in the regular season.
No.
But that's the team that solidified me as a Redskins fan. Because, think about this. I'm 12 years old, and a black quarterback wins. Not even 12. I think I'm 11. Wins the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Which was rare.
The other thing about that...
And that was a destruction.
Oh, no doubt.
Of the Denver Broncos.
The other thing about that team, and no one really says it, even though history will tell you, they were replacement players to start the year.
Yeah.
Like, it feels...
Who was their starting? It was Schrader. Jay Schrader?
Jay Schrader, I think, was their starter to begin the year, and they benched him.
The whole season should be looked at, I don't know, just a little differently.
I agree.
Because of the replacement
No, you're
players.
right about that, but for me, it wasn't about that.
No, I get you. For you, it's different.
And Rondé's favorite player, obviously, being a cornerback, was Darryl Green.
Oh, yeah. Darryl Green, who played 1,000,000 years with them.
Yeah, and still could probably run a 4.5 40.
And Timmy Smith ran for 200 yards, and then I was reading, apparently he then wanted to be the highest paid running back in the NFL, showed up to camp 25 pounds overweight, and then really never played that much again.
He completely disappeared.
Number 3.
He's the one-hit wonder.
Evan, you will remember this team, the 2015 Kansas City Royals.
Oh, shut up.
Won the World Series, but then you look back at their roster, Alex Gordon, Eric Hosmer, Mike Moustakis, Lorenzo Cain, Salvador Perez, obviously a great player. And then you think, well, they had to have like a star-studded rotation, but a lot of no-name guys there. And their bullpen was good, but again, like no Mariano Rivera or anything like that.
But you could feel them on the come, right? Because didn't they get there the year before?
Yeah, they lost the 7th game of the World Series.
Yeah.
So they were legitimately good. Like, to get to the World Series in back-to-back years and in the previous year get to a 7th game, they were real. But their bullpen was the reason. Like, I remember their identity. Like, what was their identity? 2 things. Number one, you couldn't strike them out, which I thought was a big matchup issue for a high-octane strikeout rotation like the Mets. And B, their bullpen was unbelievable.
Right.
Wade Davis may never go into the Hall of Fame, but Wade Davis was one of the best relievers in all of baseball.
I almost forget that name.
Yeah.
They were kind of like the Blue Jays were this year, where a lot of bat-on-ball contact, stuff like that.
But the Blue Jays have some bona fide stars.
Yeah.
Last year.
All right, here we go.
Number 2.
The 2003 Detroit Pistons. Now, they had Chauncey Billups, Ben Wallace, obviously, but they didn't have like a Kobe Bryant type player or Shaquille O'Neal type player, LeBron James.
Right. It was when the big men still mattered.
And some of their scores of their games, if you look back, it's like they held teams to 61 points.
Let me clarify something. The 2004 Detroit Pistons. Because the 2003 Detroit Pistons got their asses swept in the Eastern Conference Finals by your New Jersey Nets.
That's a good point.
But in 2004, they beat us in the 7th game. And the only reason they beat us in the 7th game of the second round is because Jason Kidd was on one leg. We let them into this world.
Yeah.
But then they busted through. And you're right. I think they're almost the definition of the non-star-studded team. Credit to Ben Wallace, Rasheed Wallace, Rip Hamilton, Chauncey Billups, and the crew. But they don't feel like they ever had legitimate superstars on their team. And yet, they not only won an NBA title that year by knocking off the most star-studded Laker team of all time, that also included Gary Payton and Karl Malone.
Yeah.
But then the following year, they also lost the 7th game. So they came very close to back-to-back championships.
Yep. And number 1?
Number 1.
The 1972 undefeated Miami Dolphins, best known for the no-name defense. And the quarterback that actually led them to the Super Bowl that year, Earl Morrall, who was the guy that started against the Jets in 1968.
That's right. Yeah.
But this time around, Don Shula actually had the wherewithal to bench him before they got to the Super Bowl. Benched him back for Bob Greasy. They win it. Did you ever hear the conspiracy theory about Earl Morrall in Super Bowl III?
No.
Well, I don't know the conspiracy theory, but I was saying this to Tiki like 2 weeks ago because we were talking, I think leading up to the Super Bowl, how often like someone's been benched in the middle of a Super Bowl. And the reference I gave him was, the Colts benched Earl Morrall in the middle of Super Bowl III. And Tiki's like, who'd they replace him with? I said, Johnny Unitas.
Right.
So is that the conspiracy theory?
No, the conspiracy is that, so back then, obviously, no one made that much money, and Earl Morrall as a backup didn't make that much money at all. The conspiracy, with them being 19-point favorites, was that Earl Morrall took a little bet and threw the game.
Let me ask you a question.
Which then would say that the Jets have a fraudulent Super Bowl, of course.
That's what I was going to ask you. So forget that's our only championship. That's also considered one of the most pivotal moments in the history of the sport.
Yeah, it proved that the AFC could now, or the
AFL,
AFL, which became the AFC, could compete.
Absolutely. if it came out all these years later, this is along the lines of the question I asked Tiki last week about Abe Lincoln. Like, if it came out tomorrow that Abe Lincoln was actually killed by his wife and that the John Wilkes Booth story is all a fraud, would it be a front page story? And Tiki said, nah, it'd be interesting, but
it's history.
It's history. And we were going through what's the line of demarcation. Well, let's go to that line of demarcation.
Right.
If it came out tomorrow that the Colts, not just are immoral, but they all threw it. It's like 8 men out on crack.
Right.
What would we do? Would it change anything?
The only thing it would do was it would continue to make the Jets an LOL Jets.
Ah, yeah.
You know it would.
Your one title was.
And I find it hard to believe because if you ever hear those old Colts players talk about it, like they won the Super Bowl 2 years later in the Americas game, they almost couldn't even appreciate that win because they were so upset about losing to the Jets because they felt it was almost like losing to if you're a D1 school losing to a D1 AA team.
Yes. There's incredible bitterness, which has always led me to believe that it would never be fixed because they're so pissed about it. But if all of that was an act, because, hey,
that's a hell of an act.
That's a hell of an act. I think you're actually right, Teak. I think the biggest takeaway would be, it's typical LOL Jets.
The Jets hate me. You know they can't stand me over there.
And I wonder what
with their fraudulent Super Bowl.
I bet you Joe would say, you know what, screw it. We won anyway.
Right.
I don't care.
Can't change history.
Yeah. I mean, the Reds have a World Series from the Black Sox scandal. That banner's still hanging.
Right.
Like, they don't have the banner taken down. Like, they won the World Series.
There's no asterisk.
It's not their fault.
It's not their fault. And I'd say the same with the Jets and Joe Namath. It's not our fault. So, very good list. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Eb.
Let's go to Chris and Merrick. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
What's up, guys? I wanted to talk about the Giants running back situation.
Yeah, go ahead.
I love Cam Stadaboo. I think that the Giants fans were energized by the way he plays.
No
but
doubt.
Realistically, you watch him, he reminds me of an MMA fighter or a boxer who always gets into wars.
Right.
Super exciting. Fans love him, but it doesn't speak to longevity or a healthy career down the road. You can only do that so much.
I agree with you.
So with regards to signing a free agent running back or investing in the running back position, I myself, I don't have an issue with it, but I need to see the line signed and completed first, right? You kind of have to build the line, kind of like how the Eagles or Ravens did. They built their offenses, then they added Saquon Barkley.
Yes.
Then they added Derrick Henry. So I'm not opposed to signing a Kenneth Walker or investing in the position, but create a situation where that's the final piece and then watch them run.
Right.
So I just want to see the development of the roster before we commit to something like that personally.
No, I think you're right. And honestly, Chris, I think that's how it's going to go. The Giants are going to be active in free agency and maybe even the trade market, as we talked about earlier in the show, because they have so many positions to fill. And again, a lot of us just kind of get stuck on the draft. But what's going to happen next week is going to be huge for a lot of teams. There's a lot of veterans that are either available via trade, as we've already started to see, or in free agency. And look, a lot of them are quarterbacks. The Kyler Murray thing, we talked about already. But there are positions for teams that know they can be good next year that have to get better at certain positions, and the Giants are certainly one of them.
Casey's in Rockland. Good afternoon, Casey.
How's it going, guys?
What's up, Casey?
Good. What's up?
The reason for my call is I wanted to question the quarterback bingo a little bit.
Okay, go ahead.
I understand why you guys formatted it the way you did. But I was thinking, is there a way to format it the way you do the coaches and you go team by team? Because there's a clear set of teams that are going to come in and bring in a veteran either to back up like a Cam Ward or to start week one like the Chiefs, where you go team by team. And even the Jets, they're probably going to bring in two quarterbacks that's not even a rookie.
Right.
So go team by team and say that's the bingo of, hey, the Chiefs are bringing in so-and-so, the Titans are bringing in so-and-so, the Saints, whatever, and format it like that.
Well, the challenge with doing it that way is that a lot of those, and it's 32 teams who we've been doing it with, we won't care and you won't care about most of them.
Yes, this is really...
The reason we do the bingo is because we also have a bit that we do where it's like, hey, new team, who that?
Oh, yeah, new team, who this? That debuts in 2 weeks ago.
Right, where are you at? Yeah. Where's that guy at? I forgot where he went.
That's right.
So we did this with the quarterbacks because those are the biggest names that will be interested.
Yeah, I think what's most interesting...
New team, who dis?
That's right. I can't wait. By the way, new team who dis, for those that have never heard that segment here on Evan and Tiki, it's right before a sports season is about to start. So the next sports season that's about to start is obviously baseball. So, for example, I will say to Tiki Barber a name of someone who is on a new team via free agency or trade.
Right.
And Tiki and Sean have to guess, what team is he on? New team, who dis? You have the full song or just the clip? Because that song is unbelievable. And we only play it like 3 times a year.
I know.
It's a rarity.
New team who dis? New team who dis? New team who dis? New team who dis?
Yeah, so like, for example, I give you just a crazy example.
Go ahead.
I'm going to give you a player.
Tell me.
Starling Marte.
Oh, he just signed
Royals?
Royals?
Look at that, Royals. Yeah, that was too easy because it was too recent.
Yeah,
I'm not,
it just happened like 2 days ago.
Yes, but I'll come up with the proper names from earlier in the offseason, and it's an educational segment.
Right, and this one was almost too easy because
too easy.
we know him.
I don't want to waste it on this now.
He was a Met. He's like, all right, where the hell is Starling Marte?
Oh, you think it's easy when it's a Met? How about this one?
All right, go ahead.
New team who dis?
New team who dis?
Ryan Helsley.
Phillies.
Incorrect.
Orioles?
There you go.
Yeah, I knew it was one of those teams.
Right.
I knew it was one of our rivals.
So we'll do that in a couple of weeks. It's an educational segment. It helps you realize where all these new players are. But in terms of free agent bingo, it's more these are interesting quarterbacks. Anthony Richardson is interesting. Malik Willis, Derek Carr, Kyler Murray, too. They're interesting
people. Because they've had stories this offseason.
Absolutely. And they're veterans and they're big names, and it's like, where are they going to end up?
Right.
Now, the rules are very simple on quarterback bingo. If you're correct and the player just stays with their team, you get 1 point. If they go to a new team, and we'll include retirement as a new team, you get 2 points. When we did this with MLB free agency bingo, again, Tiki Barber won. And I feel like the ultimate loser because not only did Tiki win, I had one of the early victories by correctly predicting Edwin Diaz to the Dodgers.
That's right.
And I didn't even get a benefit from it.
No, you didn't.
If I'm going to watch my guy leave, at least let me get some kind of victory. And I got nothing. Let's go to Mike in Massapequa. What's up, Mike?
Hey, Mike. What's up, dude?
Hey, guys. Evan, I got a comment and then a question for you.
Yes.
So you said that Tower of Terror is the worst ride at Disney. That has to be your worst non-sports take ever.
Really?
It's got to be Figment or It's a Small World because you could use those soundtracks as torture device for terrorists.
Okay.
By the way, you are so right, Mike.
You're right.
So right.
You're right, but here's where I actually love those two rides. And I think the reason I love those two rides is I think of my childhood. Like, I think, and I don't have a lot of early child memories. Like, I don't know what the cutoff is age-wise, but I'll never forget, and I will pay this back to my kids. My mom and dad surprised me and my sister by taking us to Disney World. I think I was 4, and I remember specifically how they did it. My mom's like, oh, you're not going to believe it. You got a phone call. And I'm like, what's going on? And it's my dad on the other end pretending to be Mickey Mouse, asking me trivia questions.
Get out of here.
And if I got it right, I was going to Disney World.
Okay.
And I got it right, and I went to Disney World. I'll never forget that memory.
How long did you think it was Mickey?
I still think it was Mickey. I mean, I think once they showed me the video that it was my dad, I was like, oh, it's me. So I thought that was one of the coolest surprises ever. And I'll never forget Small World.
Right.
And I'll never forget Figment. Those were my two. It's amazing that guy said it. Those were my 2 favorite rides as a child. So I understand.
But as an adult, he's talking about as an adult.
I get emotional when I go in there because I think of how awesome that trip was.
Right.
You know what was crazy about that trip?
What?
So I think I was 4, my sister was 7. My sister was pissed off.
She didn't want to go?
She didn't like surprises.
Oh.
And so she was upset. And I'm like, we're going to Disney World.
Right. Who cares that you were surprised?
Like, what does that matter?
Right. You're going to the greatest place on earth.
But I think that's my earliest childhood memory. What's your earliest childhood memory? Do you have one?
I don't. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I think it was probably going to. So you've heard of these twin conventions that they have?
I didn't know that was real.
There's a massive one. I can't remember where it is now, but.
Do you need to be a twin to go to the twin convention, or can anybody go?
I think anybody can kind of go. But
boy, in my single days,
we had this amusement park in Salem. So it was the town just next to us I think it was called Lakeside Amusement Park or something like that. And every year they would have a twin festival. And so I remember my mom taking us, and it was like so shocking to see how many twins. Because I think there were a couple twins in our class or in our school, but we always felt like we're unique.
Yeah, sure.
And then we went to this thing. I think we were probably 6 or 7 years old, and there was so many twins everywhere, and it was kind of awesome. Like, there's a lot of us out there. Now there's a ton of twins around the world.
Right.
Like, you see them more often than you don't anymore. So
I think that's
that was
because-
probably my first vivid memory.
I think there are more twins because you can like select to have twins now.
Yes. Well,
through IVF, right?
IVF, and they implant multiple seeds.
Right. So
Or
there's more of a
whatever
chance of it happening.
Whatever they call it when they're fertilized.
Don't ask me that question.
But so you ultimately get pregnant with twins. And sometimes they will abort one, but other times they'll let them come to birth. And so you get a lot of fraternal twins.
Right.
As opposed to identical twins.
Do you ever feel like a psychic connection at all?
No, it's all BS.
That's not a real thing?
No, it's
That's
not
an
a real
Unsolved
thing.
Mysteries
That's
fake story?
fake. People do that so they can have a CNN report on them or something.
This Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ. Precision cooking, effortless results, chefiq.com. The Islanders had their 5-game winning streak snapped last night in Anaheim. Ducks beat them 5-1. Cutter Gauthier scored 2 goals in the win for the Ducks. Anders Lee scored the lone goal for the Isles in the first period. They led 1-0 at one point, then gave up 5 unanswered.
More of your calls coming up at 888-808-1019. And yes, we will address what is now building, and I like to call the fake Juan Soto controversy. We address it head on coming up. Evan and Tiki until the Carton Show with Craig Carton and the Bloody Sock.
I'm always busy and always on the go, traveling for a myriad of different things. But I value feeling safe and knowing my family is safe. That's why I turned to Sloman, who recently installed the Sloman Shielding System into my home. Smart home security system that combines safety, convenience, and peace of mind that I can manage right from my phone. The best part is the music that I can play throughout my home. I also love the garage door controls and the lighting. Sometimes when I forget to lock my door, all I got to do is turn on the alarm and all the locks around my house will lock and protect what's inside our precious home. You can get the same and experience the future of home security and automation with the Sloman Shield Link system. Call 1-800-ALARM-ME. That's 1-800-ALARM-ME or visit slomans.com.
It's Boomer and Gio. Mornings on the Fan. 101.9 FM.
The one thing I will say about the Jets, and I've been very consistent about this, I think their offense is pretty good. I think their offense can be pretty good and can be supportive of a good, solid veteran quarterback.
Get Boomer and Gio on demand. Available on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast, and the free Odyssey app. Get the latest on the Giants and Jets on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
This Odyssey Sports Minute is sponsored by TaxSlayer. Start filing for free today at TaxSlayer.com. I think Knicks fans have gotten it all wrong following last night's loss to Oklahoma City. Knicks fans seem to think that the referees were in the bag for the Thunder and that the Knicks can hang with the Thunder if they played in the NBA Finals. No way, no chance. Oklahoma City's way better than the Knicks, and that's the truth. I'm Nick Customs.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Wendy's has a new Girl Scout Thin Mints Frosty Fusion with Girl Scout Thin Mints cookie pieces, rich, creamy Frosty, and a mint chocolate cookie sauce. Which means Girl Scout Thin Mints and Wendy's Frosty, yeah, they're basically best friends now. It's like two delicious desserts just high-fived, snapped a few too many friendship selfies, and then rode a tandem bike down a never-ending road of mint chocolate Frosty perfection. So, swing by Wendy's and try the new Thin Mints Frosty Fusion.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-4094. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-4094. That's 800-575-4094. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Too many tools, too much stress, and way too many bills.
Odoo replaces it all. One connected platform for every part of your business, so you can work faster, smarter, and for less. Odoo, the only software you'll ever need. Try it free today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Get ready for more Evan and Tiki on The Fan.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Hey, business owners, it's Tiki Barber. Are you looking to earn extra money? Of course you are. When your business partners with Amazon Hub Delivery, you simply drop off packages to Amazon customers in your neighborhood. Get started at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery.
For 100 years, London Jewelers has been part of life's most meaningful moments. From engagements and anniversaries to milestones, big and small, they've helped mark the moments that matter most to their customers. Generations of families have trusted London Jewelers for exceptional craftsmanship, timeless design, and service that lasts a lifetime. As they celebrate a century of excellence, they thank you for being a part of their story, and they look forward to the moments still to come. They invite you to visit London Jewelers at any one of their 6 locations. London Jewelers, celebrating 100 years of brilliance.
Saturday.
Driver, start your engine!
The NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series screams into action only on the CW.
Let's go!
It's pure raw racing where chaos strikes without warning.
Big crash!
And where nothing is promised, not even next week.
We don't have a lot of chances to win. That's what's frustrating.
The NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series.
From Phoenix, this Saturday at 6:30 p.m. on Pix 11, the CW.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach your friendly live agent. Donation's super easy and your car can be picked up by tomorrow. Call now or go to carsforkids.org.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Looking for the lowest price on name brand tires? Get to Town Fair Tire and get the guaranteed lowest price on any name brand tire. Nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Yo, Harvey, Zoe, group selfie.
Ooh, nice new iPhone 17, Drewski.
Let's do a triangle formation. I'm in front.
With a center stage front camera, everyone fits in the shot.
You got it at T-Mobile.
But switching takes forever.
Not anymore. Now you can switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes.
Focus, people. Nail your pose.
And you get a new iPhone 17 on them.
No way.
Yes way.
No way.
Yes way, guys. Switch to T-Mobile and get iPhone 17 on us. And right now, we'll pay off your old phone up to $800.
I'm grabbing my phone and switching to T-Mobile right now.
Get back, Harvey. We're taking a let's go again, y'all.
With 24 monthly bill credits, finance agreement, 256 gigabytes, $830, eligible trade-in, example iPhone 13 and new qualifying line, $60 plus per month plan with autopay plus taxes and fees. For well-qualified customers, plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. $800 via virtual prepaid card. Card typically takes 15 days after rebate submission. No cash access and card expires in 6 months. Check out in 15 minutes per line. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Your official station to talk Yankees. The Fan, 101.9 FM and always live on the free Odyssey app. Download it today.
I apologize. I don't want to address it, but I feel like I need to address it because sometimes stupid things are said and stupid things are believed, and I need to attack it and remind people that we're not all stupid. Juan Soto. Fake controversy. You don't know what the Juan Soto fake controversy is, Teak?
No idea.
All right, I'm going to give it to you. Juan Soto has been shuffling quite a bit for Team DR.
He's feeling it.
And that he's happier away from the Mets than he is with the Mets. And that is the Juan Soto fake controversy.
I mean, it's not fake news, but it's probably a fake controversy.
Of course it's a fake controversy. Let me tell you something.
It doesn't mean anything.
Well, and it's also not true. I'm going to explain this to everybody out there. Last April and May, Juan Soto didn't shuffle a lot. It was a topic on sports talk radio and social media. Yeah. Why isn't he shuffling? My theory back then was not that he was miserable or he misses Aaron Judge. It was that he doesn't feel like himself at the plate.
Yeah.
Eventually, when Juan Soto ended up putting together an MVP caliber season, you noticed in the second half of the year, he shuffled more.
Yeah.
I don't think he was shuffling more because he liked the locker room more or him and Francisco Lindor broke bread. I think he just felt better at the plate. And so what I would argue to any buffoon who says Juan Soto didn't shuffle last year, Juan Soto hated being a New York Met, you weren't paying attention for the full season. Because as his season got better, obviously the team's season didn't get better, but his season got better, and he got more comfortable at the plate, he shuffled a lot.
Yeah, of course he did. Because he was playing great.
So if you're suggesting that Juan Soto is miserable as a Met, and I'm not really talking about anyone in particular.
Suck it!
There's no one that I'm thinking of who would actually utter that phrase.
Welcome to hell!
You're misinformed.
Does it concern you, though, Evan, that he did most of his shuffling when the Mets were losing games?
See, I knew you would say that.
Maybe more of a me guy, not a we guy?
I think that it's about how he feels at the plate. I do. And yes, I think he wants to win. I think he also wants to perform. But in baseball, you can only control what you can control. So it doesn't mean he's having the greatest time in the world. It means I got a confidence. I spit on that pitch because I know it was off the plate. Right. And in April, I don't have that same confidence. So I get the point. I get the question. The Mets were not playing well in the second half of the year. But it wasn't Juan Soto's fault. And if Juan Soto is feeling good at the plate, and right now for Team DR, he's feeling good. I know it's exhibition games, but he is just tearing it up.
Right.
I don't think that's because he wants to win more with them. I think he's locked in.
Yeah.
And I hope he's locked in all year this year.
Yeah. And you got to assume that he will be. Another year, he's more comfortable. He feels like he knows this team a little bit better, even though there's some new faces here. But still, it's all about how you feel. And I think early in the season last year, you could tell he didn't see it. He didn't see the ball the same.
Now, why was that the case? I mean, was he pressing because of the contract? Maybe. I can't tell you that wasn't the reason.
100%.
I just know that we saw a different Juan Soto in the final few months. He ended up having a really, really good season, and I expect he's going to have another great season. One of the things I'm most excited about in terms of watching my baseball team this year is A, them winning, B, Nolan McLean, and probably C, Juan Soto. Getting to watch that guy every day?
Right.
I mean,
How can you not?
It's an honor and a privilege. Today's window seat is brought to you by Windorama. Save up to 40% during their winter warm-up sale. Speaking of a privilege of getting to watch somebody, tonight in the window seat is, of course, one of the most electric rookies in New York sports, Nolan Traore. He's in action tonight against the Miami Heat. And yes, Knicks fans, he was one of the picks in the Mikal Bridges trade.
Why is he in the window seat?
Because he's been playing well lately.
Oh, okay.
And because Igor Joman doesn't play basketball anymore, so I'm excited to watch Traore play.
They sit him down now?
Yeah, they're calling it plantar fasciitis maintenance. It's also known as tanking.
Yeah. My foot hurts a little bit. It might just be my big toe, but it could be that little thing in the middle of your foot that really is damaging if you hurt it. I just got to sit down.
Can I defend them for a second?
Go ahead.
They're going nowhere. He had a nice rookie season. Why risk him getting more injured?
Yeah, you're right.
Let me see more minutes from Traore, from Ben Saraf, and all the other. I don't need to see him. I already like Droman until he's traded to Milwaukee for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Did you see that report about Giannis?
Yeah, that was just it was an ire-baiting tweet.
An ire-baiting tweet.
They were trying to get Knicks fans in the mentions and to pass it around and yell and scream. I forgot who tweeted it.
Eric Pincus.
Eric Pincus, who basically said, I'm paraphrasing.
Repeat the report.
The paraphrase report is that Giannis would love to go to the East Coast.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Who's going to go someplace on the East Coast because it's easier to get to Greece, something that Evan reported, almost a year ago.
I told you guys that immediately.
But a long time ago.
Yep.
This was not just this offseason.
No, it was last year.
This was last year because his family was either moving to the East Coast or going back to Greece or whatever it was, and he wanted a direct flight to Greece.
Yes.
So, but the writer to that report is but he'd prefer to go to a team. This is the key point.
Just say
that wasn't terrible.
Nope. That doesn't have a ball dominant guard. Like, Knicks fans, respond to me. Well, that's all that was.
You know what it means? It means Giannis wants to go to an East Coast team, but not a good one.
There's no failure in sports.
Like the Celtics, no gracias.
Right.
The Cavaliers, we're good.
Right.
The Pistons, get the hell out of here.
Right.
And the Knicks, drop dead.
Forget it.
So basically, Giannis Antetokounmpo, according to that report, wants to get traded to an even crappier East Coast team than the team he's on.
There's no failure in sports.
I don't even believe that report.
I don't believe it, but I'll tell you right now, this son of a bitch is going to be on my team.
I believe the first part of that report. I believe the first part of that report because you've been saying it for a while.
East Coast thing.
The East Coast thing. The non-ball dominant team. Come on. Seriously. You just want Knicks fans to get pissed off at you and say, shut up.
Listen, man.
Jalen Brunson's the greatest closer in basketball history. You know what I mean?
I'm just going to say this, and I don't say it out of like joy or excitement. I say it out of fear because there is some fear in my voice. This guy's going to be on my basketball team.
Why is that a bad thing?
Son of a bitch. Because, first of all, I still don't like him for what he did to Kyrie. Okay? I'm not over it.
All right, I hear you.
And number two, he's 31 years old who's going to age horribly. Like, it's not good.
Because he doesn't have a three-point shot.
It's just not good for this team.
Yeah.
So, whatever.
Well, for the short term, it could be.
Yeah, for the short term. Selling tickets.
Yeah.
That's where it's good.
But they already sell tickets.
Exactly. So what are we doing?
You wouldn't be happy, Evan, just to have a guy to watch,
fun,
superstar, great player?
No. I want to win a championship. And sometimes you got to do the bad things before you get to the good things. That's all. You got to do it the right way sometimes. And I'm willing and ready to do it the right way. Right. And I think that's a short-circuited, let's sell some tickets and jerseys kind of move.
Right.
Now, they win the lottery, and there's other moves. You can sell me at some point, but right now, I lean towards no thank you.
There's no failure in sports.
Dude, that drop will be played every time they lose.
Of course.
If this guy's on my team.
You're right.
And right now, I'm the one playing it. Pretty soon, it won't be me.
There's no failure in sports.
I can just see it now. All right, let's get back to your telephone calls, 888-808-1019. Andrew in Staten Island. What's up, Andrew?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Love your show. I listen to it every day.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate it.
Of course. Before I get to my next point, this one's for you, Tiki. I was just watching Hell's Kitchen with my girlfriend, and I actually saw you at the VIP table. I wanted to ask.
That was fun.
Yeah, how was that? Like, how was Gordon? How was meeting him?
He was awesome. I had met him before because Rondé and I had done a battle of making pastries with the Madden twins, who are, Joel and I don't even know if they're twins, but they're brothers. I think they actually might be twins, and they kicked our butt. And so he was awesome though because we had to color the fillings, and he was like, "This looks like a Smurf, you know what?" In this pastry. It was awesome. He was great, but I loved that. It was fun. I actually got a chance to meet and hang out with Jordan Mailata, who was the tackle for the Eagles. He's an awesome dude. Awesome dude.
That's awesome. So I had to ask you about that. I love Gordon Ramsay, love those shows. But to my next point, a sleeper pick I have for the East is the Charlotte Hornets. Now, with their starting five that they have right now, they're 19-2 this season. You could fact check me on that, but they look incredible.
They look unbelievable.
Right.
They look, and it's about a month and a half of a sample size. But since the middle of January, they're the best team in the NBA.
Which is crazy.
That is not hyperbole.
No.
That's what they are. And to his point, I was reading about this the other day. They're starting five, which features who I think should be the rookie of the year in Con Knipple. Knipple.
Right.
It's Nipple. Con Knipple, who's been amazing.
Right.
And I remember being fearful of the Nets drafting him. Meanwhile, Con Knipple's, better than Cooper Flagg at this point, or at least he's right there with him. And you've got a healthy LaMelo Ball, and Brandon Miller's finally healthy, and Miles Bridges, and what's their center's name? Diabate.
Mm-hmm.
They've got like the best starting five statistically in the sport right now.
Since the halfway point of the season. I mean, they've lost 5 games.
16-4, I think, in their last 20 or something.
And there was a stretch from late January, so January 22nd. They didn't lose again until February 7th.
Yeah, they had like the longest winning streak in their franchise's history. They also, and this goes to last night, because I was thinking about this last night, they destroyed the Celtics.
Yeah.
Destroyed them.
Yeah, they held them to under 100 points.
So I was thinking about our last caller's question. Like, hey,
and they're on a 6-game winning streak now.
Yeah, I mean, so all the positive things you could say about them, they're incredible right now. And I was thinking about that last night, because I thought last night was the game that really caused attention to be drawn.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, this is no longer a cute story. Here's where I stand on the Charlotte Hornets at this point. I think they're dangerous.
Yeah.
And I think if you're matched up with them in a 3-6 matchup or a 2-7 matchup, they're going to give you fits, and there's going to be a night or two in which they'll beat you. But they're not ready yet to beat you in a best-of-7 series.
Not if you're one of the top teams.
Not if you're the Knicks, who is what I'm talking about.
Of those 5 losses, the 5 losses have been against the Golden State Warriors. This is since mid-January. The Warriors, the Cavaliers, the Pistons, the Rockets, the Cavaliers. And so they've lost to the teams that are the best teams.
Except last night.
Except for last night.
When they destroyed the Celtics.
But other than that, I mean, they've beaten like the Grizzlies, and then they beat the Wizards and things like that.
I've said this a lot about Detroit and certainly San Antonio as well, and the Hornets are on a different level when it comes to this. I just don't think you just bust right through.
Mm-hmm.
I think there are stages to this. And so I think the stage that Charlotte's at is they're going to make the playoffs. Right now they'd be in the play-in tournament.
Right.
Obviously they got to win games to get to the real playoffs.
Just over 500 they are.
They are. But that's because they started the year like 14-26.
Yeah.
Like to the point
where
they
got a chance though.
No, they're going to make the playoffs. They're going to be in the play-in tournament. I think they will win those games because right now they're better than those other play-in teams. I think that this first step is they're going to get to the real playoffs, and they're going to scare whoever they play, but they won't beat them. And that would include the New York Knicks. Kind of like what Detroit did last year.
Right.
They scared you, but you beat them.
Right.
I think the same thing would be the case. That's where I think they're at. But a credit to them because about a month and a half ago, and it was a viral clip, Draymond Green on his podcast accused the Charlotte Hornets of tanking. Because when they played them, I guess LaMelo Ball was coming off the bench, and Draymond was going on and on how it makes no sense, and they're clearly a tanking team. And since then, they're the best team in basketball.
Right.
Which, I don't know if that just makes Draymond look bad, but that's how far they've come. They went from a team that was competing with the Nets for tanking for one of the worst records to now being like a real threat to whoever they play in the first round. So, are they a threat? Like, they'd be dangerous.
Right.
Like, would I want to play them if I'm the Knicks? I mean, you got to play somebody in the first round of the playoffs. I think you'll beat them, but yeah, will there be a game in which they scare you? Of course.
Right.
But credit to them. They're doing a great job, and they are the inspiration for anyone who roots for a tanking team like myself. Like, I want to be like them. Let's go to Jimmy in Warren County. Hey, Jimmy.
What's going on? Tiki, my first favorite Giant. You're the man.
Appreciate it. Thank you, brother.
No problem. Hey, I was thinking, new regime comes in, fresh eyes, new opinions. The running back thing caught us all off guard for the Giants.
Right.
We're thinking that we're good at running back. Do you think that maybe if they add Kenneth Walker or, God forbid, draft Love, that they view Tyrone Tracy's skill set for maybe like a gadget role? And he did play receiver for a long time, and we don't have any receivers.
Right.
You think there's a possibility with that?
I don't think he can move back and say, oh, he's now your slot receiver. I think he's actually a really good running back. He's just learning how to be a really good running back still. And because he's big, and he feels like he's smaller than he is, but he's a big guy. And I think he gets better the more touches he gets. So I can't see him as a gadget guy, but if they bring in another running back, it's gonna really challenge that running back room. Meaning you're gonna have to earn it, right? You're not slotted in just because there's nobody else. If they go get whoever it may be, let's just say Kenneth Walker, because that's the free agent that's out there. it's going to create a massive competition for that running back room.
Is
And
it
I think
also-
that's a good thing, by the way.
Is it also possible they trade Tyrone Tracy?
I mean, possibly.
To a team that needs a running back saying, hey, look at his production last year. You can kind of get him on a low-value deal.
100%. Because of all of the second-year players last year, he's got the most all-purpose yards out of all of them.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about the wide receivers, too. That's Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas, all those guys. Tyrone Tracy has had 2 consecutive 1,000-yard all-purpose years. Those guys have not.
Jeremy's in Jersey City. Hey, Jeremy.
Hey, how's it going, guys? How's it going, Tiki?
What's up, dude?
Good.
How's it going? Big fan, big New York Giants fan, Tiki. Love you. I got 2 of your jerseys. But I was just surprised that I heard you say you were a Washington Redskins fan.
I mean, I grew up in Virginia, dude. I mean, they were the close team, and so I wanted to get drafted by the Redskins, but Charlie Casserly came to my pro day and said, "We're not taking you. We got too many running backs." So I became a Giant, and ultimately I became the then Redskins' worst enemy.
Yes, I love it. I love it. And I'm a big fan. Thank God you went over there, but I wish you had a ring, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that, dude.
Thank you, Jeremy. Let's go to Kevin and Randolph. What's up, Kevin?
Hey, Kevin.
How's it going, guys?
All's good, dude.
Good.
Tiki, you just mentioned growing up in Virginia. I was wondering, did you ever consider going to Tech, especially with your father?
Such a good question.
And were you and Rondé always going to be a package deal, or did you ever envision?
No, we were always going together. It's complicated with Virginia Tech. So if you don't know, my dad played at Virginia Tech. He was a star. He was Bruce Arians' teammate. Bruce was the quarterback. My dad was the running back. They were salt and pepper, they called each other. Bruce was awesome because he could. Back then it was different. Like the black guys didn't hang out with the white guys type of thing, but Bruce hung out with anybody. And so I didn't have a relationship with my dad. And so when it came time, we got older, getting ready to go to college. We kind of didn't want to follow in his footsteps. So while Virginia Tech and Coach Beamer heavily recruited us, I basically grew up in Blacksburg because we were always up there. It's only 40 minutes away, going to games and track meets and everything else up there. But we wanted to do our own thing, not to follow my dad. And so we went to Virginia. Now I have a great relationship with my father, but back then I didn't. So it was kind of like, I don't want to do what he did.
Right.
I want to do my own thing.
That makes sense.
So we went to UVA, which is the best decision we ever made.
We'll get back to your calls in a minute, 888-808-1019. And we jokingly talked about this yesterday, but could it be real? Is it possible that Kyler Murray isn't going to quarterback at all next year, but return to baseball? We discuss Evan and Tiki here on The Fan until The Carton Show with Craig Carton. And what are we calling him again?
He's the Bloody Sock.
The Bloody Sock. I almost forgot. And the Bloody Sock at 2 o'clock.
Hey, Evan, you didn't even realize it. You were teasing my drive around the league. The drive around the league with me, Tiki Barber, is presented by Amazon Hub Delivery. Visit Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. Free agency in the NFL is less than a week away, and the legal tampering period starts on Monday. This year's NFL free agency class could be spicy because so many veterans and quality players could be on the move. As is always the case, the quarterback position is always the most compelling because you need a good one in order to be relevant in today's game. The list of who's available is long. Aaron Rodgers, Kirk Cousins, Russell Wilson, to name a few of the veterans. However, the most interesting one could be, and is bound to be, former Cardinal quarterback Kyler Murray. The last few years have been uneven for Murray, who's battled injury and internal locker room drama, but he is clearly the vet with the most upside. He's still young. 2026 will be his age 29 season, and when he's dialed in, he's potentially a top 10 QB. Expect him to be in high demand, unless, of course, he decides to pursue baseball. Let's not forget, the A's still hold his rights, and A's GM David Frost recently said, "We never really have given up hope that Kyler Murray might come back to picking up his glove. We shall see." This drive around the league is sponsored by Amazon Hub Delivery. Again, visit Amazon.com/Hub Delivery.
And this portion of the program also sponsored by Amazon Hub Delivery.
When the bullpen door opens, when the bracket busts, when the pick is in, and when news breaks in New York sports, there is only one place for the true diehards. 1019 FM WFAN, and always streaming live on the iHeartRadio, TuneIn, and Odyssey apps.
I'm Pat Boyle here to help you be the voice of Western One Sports.
Pistons play the Spurs for the second time in 2 weeks, and I'm once again expecting another defensive battle. I broke down this game last time and said the pick was to play the under. It finished 15 points under the total. Not much has changed since then. They've been 2 of the top 4 rated defenses all year, and they've been 2 of the top 4 rated defenses in the last 10 games. If the refs let the boys play, it'll be another physical, gritty game again. I'm once again taking the under. I'm Pat Boyle. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hey, it's Tiki here. I'm constantly on the go between the fan, taking care of my kids, various events, meetings, football games, the list goes on and on and on. But one of the things I value most is feeling safe and also knowing that my family is safe when I'm not with them at home. That's why I turn to our great partners at Sloman's Home Security to install their innovative ShieldLink system in my own house. The Sloman ShieldLink system is a smart home security solution that easily and seamlessly combines safety, convenience, and most importantly, peace of mind. Whether I'm home or away, I can manage anything right from my phone. My security system, home automation, my entertainment system, everything is right there at my fingertips. Our security lighting turns on as soon as we turn our alarm system on. So whether we're home going to sleep or away, we know that we're safe and our home feels protected. Just give them a call at 1-800-ALARM-ME or visit online slomans.com to learn how Sloman ShieldLink can give you peace of mind in your home and when you're on the go, just like me.
Where you learn matters. At Monmouth University, students study on a vibrant coastal campus with direct access to research, culture, and industry. From classrooms to competition, from creativity to career prep, Monmouth offers a vantage point shaped by location and purpose, blending a personalized learning experience with Division I pride and a rising national profile. Bigger thinking, more inspired, you amplified. Amplify your future at Monmouth University. Learn more at monmouth.edu/amplified.
The most important meal of the day just got better at Dunkin'. Now you can get a medium hot or iced coffee, 6 crispy hash browns, and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, all for $6. That's a full breakfast meal for $6. 6 crispy golden hash browns, a warm, delicious bacon, egg, and cheese, and a medium coffee to start your day right. Do breakfast the Dunkin' way and order Dunkin's $6 meal. No substitutions, participations, and times may vary. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
Hey everyone, Boomer here. You know, I visited River Spring Living in Riverdale, and I can tell you firsthand, there is a reason they're the nation's leader in senior care. Walking through the halls, the energy is undeniable. From life-changing technology to personalized care and compassion, I've seen the difference they make in helping older adults live better lives. So whatever your needs are today or tomorrow, River Spring Living is here for you. Experience the difference for yourself. Visit riverspringliving.org. That's riverspringliving.org.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
I'm a 100% kind of guy, so I got Verizon Fios. It's 100% fiber internet because I do everything at 100%.
What game should we watch?
100% of them.
She hits a
Penalty kick.
out of the park!
From way downtown for a
Beautiful shot onto the green.
You either have 100% fiber internet or you don't. Get Verizon Fios. It's super fast and reliable with ultra low lag. It's 100% or nothing. Call 1-833-VERIZON to switch today.
Go Teams!
It's Tiki Barber with 2 words any business owner wants to hear. Extra income. Amazon Hub Delivery is looking for New York businesses to assist with local deliveries. You get paid for each package delivered. Amazon Hub Delivery has no startup cost, no long-term contracts, and no delivery experience required. If you're a New York business ready to assist with local deliveries, sign up today at amazon.com/hub delivery. That's amazon.com/HUB delivery.
Kohl's believes new decor counts as spring cleaning. Not that you're trying to avoid spring cleaning, but if you were, fresh decor from Kohl's is a great place to start. New towels, basically the same thing as scrubbing the bathroom. And new bedding, it's like dusting but cozier. Plus, get 20% off across the store at Kohl's. Isn't shopping so much better than sweeping? Select styles, 20% offer ends March 8th. Some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
Your official home to talk New York sports is WFAN. Call us anytime at 888-808-1019. The Fan, 1019 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
This Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ, precision cooking, effortless results, chefiq.com. Celtics star Jason Tatum will play this season and could make his debut on Friday against the Mavericks, tomorrow against the Mavericks, less than 10 months after surgery for a ruptured Achilles tendon, sources tell ESPN's Shams Charania.
He's back! Less than 10 months after that injury against the New York Knicks with about, 2-3 minutes to go, as the Knicks were about to go up 3-1 at Madison Square Garden, Jason Tatum went to the ground. And you could tell immediately he was in excruciating pain.
Yep.
And obviously the complexion of that series, it had already changed because the Knicks were up 3-1. So they were in firm control.
Yep.
Obviously anything could have happened with Boston hosting Game 5 and Game 7. But Jason Tatum going down changed everything. The Knicks obviously lost Game 5, then closed it out in not dramatic fashion, but dominant fashion at Madison Square Garden in Game 6. And this has been kind of the rumor for a while. Can Jason Tatum come back? And to the Celtics' credit, they've done a really good job in the meantime. I thought when they made the trade for Vukovic at the trade deadline, my initial comment to you is this means Jason Tatum is coming back.
Yeah.
I don't think they would have made that trade unless they had a confidence. It was odd, though, because a few months ago, and I forget the reporter. He's a good one. I forget which one, but a reporter came out, one of the national reporters, and I apologize. The name is escaping me right now. And he said that it was no guarantee Tatum was going to come back, and there had been some kind of change.
Right. It almost felt like something internal was going on.
Yeah. Like almost he had decided I'm not going to do it.
Right.
But obviously that was not the case. We heard about the progressions over the last few weeks. He's doing 3-on-3s. He's doing 5-on-5s. And I think this is great for the Celtics that it's now because it gives them a full month before the postseason.
Mm-hmm.
So any speculation on is he the same Jason Tatum? How does he fit? Chemistry issues, all that kind of BS. You've got 5.5, 6 full weeks to figure it out.
Yep.
And so the question for the Knicks fan out there is,
are you scared?
Are you scared? Simple question. Does it change anything?
You shouldn't be.
You shouldn't be? I mean, you should be. They're a major threat.
Yeah, of course. But is he going to come back and be the Jason Tatum that helped take them to a title?
I don't think
that's what you don't. You can't assume that that's going to be the case.
I'm not assuming that, but they are currently a team ahead of the Knicks in the standings without him.
True.
I don't think he's going to destroy the Boston Celtics.
I don't think so either, but as a Knick fan, are you scared of this now?
Okay,
I don't think you are.
Scared may not be the right word, but here's what the opinion I would offer you as an IBO. I have said to you many times, and I was a little douchey about it, about Detroit, how I'm not scared of Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
I called them a cute little team a few months ago.
Right. But that's for a different reason.
For a different reason, absolutely. But I have not been afraid of the Detroit Pistons. And I made crystal clear to you and everyone else that calm down about the regular season. I think you will beat the Pistons. I think you can beat the Pistons. I think the Boston Celtics are a different animal. I think they are all out for revenge. They are a championship-tested team. From the moment this season began, Jaylen Brown started making these comments about Knicks fans and the loss to the Knicks. Like, I think the Celtics have a better chance of knocking off the Knicks than the Pistons do. Now, I think it's fair to say, of course, either one of them can beat the Knicks, of course.
Yeah.
But right now, if you asked me as an IBO, who am I more confident in to beat the Knicks? In fact, I'm not even going to say this as an IBO because I'm going to say this as a Knicks hater. Like, I'll say this as somebody that is rooting for your demise, right? I have more confidence in the Boston Celtics than the Detroit Pistons.
The New York Knicks are trash.
So I think that comes from a real honest perspective here. Like, now there's clearly no bias.
Right.
I am taking the IBO sheet off. I am a hater. I'm in the coalition. And as a coalition member, I have oodles of more confidence in the returning Jason Tatum and the Boston Celtics to knock your asses off than the Detroit Pistons. I say that as a hater.
Let's go Knicks.
How dare you? I'm in a hater mode right now. You put that away.
What happened to the IBO? Now you're just a full-blown hater.
Yeah, I'm still a wait and seer.
You're a wait and seer.
I'm a wait and seer.
The reason I took the IBO sheet off, Connor, is because sometimes the best perspective comes from hating or loving. And right now, as someone that, yes, I root for your demise, that would be the most honest opinion because then there's no trolling, there's no ulterior motives. The motive is I want you to lose. And from that perspective, I have more confidence in Boston. So I hope that helps the Knicks fan understand the other perspective because I think it's very easy right now. And I think most people will tell you, I've certainly heard Craig and Big Mac both utter this, Detroit can beat us, but Boston can't. I disagree with them. And I say that as someone that is rooting for your demise.
Yeah, anybody. I think any of the top teams can beat any of the other top teams. That's just how the playoffs work, especially because it's not back-to-backs mostly. It's not at all back-to-backs.
Zero.
And so you just get a chance to recalibrate. And I think the Knicks have shown that when they're on, again, making shots, they can beat anybody.
Absolutely.
They can play with anybody.
Yes, they can.
And so to me, it's still to be determined whether or not the Jason Tatum return makes them the best team in the NBA.
888-808-1019. JR in Somerville. How are you, JR?
Yeah. All right. The dynamics have changed, okay?
You're scared.
Now Tatum's back.
You're scared.
And
you're scared.
I do not I do not want that team in the second round. I'll take the Pistons. They can't shoot. Give me JB Bickerstaff. Let's see what he does. I do not want to go against a team with a chip on their shoulder. It's Mazzulla, by the way, the only coach in NBA history to lose 2 home games in the first 2 games of the series at home. He's going to try to, not let that happen. I don't want anything to do with this team, okay? You mentioned Vucevic. They found out that Vucevic is a third center. He's not going to even play. This team is starting to gel over there. If I'm the Knicks, I do not worry about positioning. I slide down to the 4 if I have to. It doesn't matter. Now it doesn't matter at all. I go play the Pistons in the second round and then let Cleveland and Boston battle it out there. So this has totally changed the dynamics. I'm not scared because, once again, I think Joe Mazzulla is the most overrated coach in the NBA. But I'm not scared completely. I just do not want them in the second round.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because I brought this up a few weeks ago in relation to Detroit, where I was confused by some of our coworkers saying, we can't fall to 4 because we can't play Detroit in the second round. And I said, why? Yeah. I would actually prefer to play the Pistons in the second round. They would be less battle-tested at that point. I think if Detroit wins a hard-fought series against Cleveland, which they would be lined up to play, I would be more afraid of the Pistons in a conference finals when at that point they would be this battle-tested team. Give me Detroit in the second round. So I made that point a few weeks ago unrelated to this, but he brings up an interesting point.
Which is
not wanting to play the Celtics in the second round.
I mean, of course not.
So right now the Knicks are the 3 seed.
Either way, it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be a challenge. Even if you don't think the Detroit Pistons can ultimately beat the Knicks, they're still a good team. I mean, they've won 45 games already.
Right.
So it's not like they're a Fugazi top seed in the NBA. They're a good team. And JR, mentioned they can't shoot. Well, they shot pretty damn well against the Knicks the last time they played.
Well, Cade Cunningham is not a great three-point shooter unless he sees the Knicks.
Yeah.
Those are just the numbers.
Right.
The one negative to his point that we have to keep in mind is the home road splits that the Knicks have. They are 23-9 at home and slightly above 500 on the road. The further you drop, the more likely it is you're playing games on the road. So let me walk you through where they are now. They're 2 games behind Boston in the loss column, a game and a half. They could have the tiebreaker on them. They should have the tiebreaker on them. I think they need to beat them one more time to secure that. you have a chance to get the 2 seed and play those Celtics, yes, in the second round, but with home court advantage.
Right, which you didn't have last time.
Right, you're dropping to 4. You're not getting home court advantage in the second round or the third round. So
unless Detroit gets knocked off.
No, but even still,
right.
Because you'd be the 4 seed.
Oh, right, the 4 seed.
So you'd be on the road in that second round and on the road in the conference finals against either Boston or Cleveland. So if you don't believe in that stuff, if you're like, listen, it doesn't matter. Remember the series against Detroit. We won all those games on the road. Then God bless you. But you have to keep that in mind when you talk about manipulating positioning to drop in the standings. You're giving up something that has been an advantage for you in this regular season, which is a dominant home court as compared to being very average on the road.
Yeah, no, I agree. You saw it last night against OKC, one of the best teams in basketball. They played them well, even though they played terribly. So they can win in any game at home. But I also feel like this Knicks team, come the postseason, and Mitchell Robinson is now viable in every game as opposed to every other game, so to speak, that the Knicks have the ability, the talent to play and beat any of these guys. So scared is one thing. Is Vegas going to have your back on this? Probably not. But I think from a basketball X's and O's and matchup standpoint, the Knicks will be fine against whoever they have to play in the postseason.
I'm going to look this up right now. I want you to guess. FanDuel Sportsbook app, the favorites in the Eastern Conference from top to bottom. And not to bottom, from top to 4, basically. Right. You got Detroit, you got the Knicks, you got Cleveland, you got Boston. Where do you think they're ranked right
Knicks
now?
are third.
You think the Knicks are third?
Yes.
All right, hold on one second. I'm pulling it up right now. We have the Eastern Conference. Wow, this is weird. Okay. You say the Knicks are third.
Yeah.
You're incorrect.
Where are they?
The Knicks are fourth.
Fourth?
Here is how it breaks down. Are you ready for this?
Okay.
Are you ready? The favorites are co-favorites. There are 2 teams at plus 250.
Detroit and Boston?
No. Boston and Cleveland. What? I mean, the Cavs have played great.
I guess
James Harden.
James Harden. Yeah, they've been great since he came, since he was acquired.
According to the FanDuel Sportsbook app, the Celtics and the Cavs are co-favorites at plus 250. Then the Pistons are plus 420, and then the Knicks are plus 450. And then there's a pretty big drop-off. That can't be real. You know who's next?
Who? Philly?
It's not Philadelphia.
Who? I have no idea.
I mean,
Charlotte?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Because they've beaten the Wizards and the bad teams in the NBA.
I mean, they've won 16 out of 20. They destroyed the Celtics last night. The Charlotte Hornets are fifth. And by the way,
despite being a game above 500 and tied for, they're basically in the play-in tournament.
They are tied for the 9 seed right now in the Eastern Conference. Now, they are also only 2.5 back of Philly for the 6 seed, so they can very well make that jump. In fact, the way they're playing, they're probably going to make that jump. But how about that respect?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at them.
The East is tight. It's been tight all season.
Yeah. And well, we didn't feel that way coming into the year.
No.
I think we all felt, I certainly felt the Knicks were far and away favorites just based on how good is Cleveland? They feel like frauds. The Celtics without Tatum, how much will they fall? And I thought Detroit would be good, but not like this.
Right.
I give them a lot of credit for the way they played. So the East has been tighter than at least I imagined, and certainly the way the odds makers had it. But right now, 1 through 4 is very tight, though, in fairness. Like all 4 of those teams, Cleveland, Boston, Detroit, New York, the odds are basically telling you nothing would be a surprise. Let's go to Val in the Bronx. Hey, Val.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Tiki, the living legend barber, Evan Rico Roberts. How we doing this afternoon, gentlemen?
It's good.
Good. What's up, man?
Okay, so I got 2 questions and a bonus if I could squeeze it in.
Yes.
But I just based on what you were just talking about just now, if I can say something real quick, you hit the nail on the head. I have a healthy respect for anybody that makes it through the playoffs. But the next, when you talked about the next 5 to 6 weeks, I need to see my team, as far as my Knicks, working on being the best versions of themselves. Because I feel like if we are that and we can gel and get ourselves up to speed, we can beat anybody. My questions for you guys. One is for Evan, one for Tiki, and the bonus one for both of you if I can squeeze it in. Tiki, with the pursuit of baseball now trying to go so global,
right?
And you being a soccer fan, do you think that there's ever a chance that we could ever have something like a world tournament where it's not the nations, but like how they have the Champions League?
Oh, the
clubs. Where maybe we have like the winners of the The division winners from, like, let's say Major League Baseball. You got teams from Japan, the Dominican Republic, teams from Korea, things like that.
I think travel becomes the biggest issue because when you talk about, say, the Champions League, it's still Europe, right? When these guys travel in Europe, it's like going to California. Now, to do that internationally would be hard.
I mean, like a tournament where they did it kind of like how they have the WBC, where it's like it's all in one place for just a few weeks out of the year or something like that.
Yeah, but when would you do the challenge would be when you do that? It's just a lot of games that baseball plays. I mean, soccer they play 38 club games, right? And then I guess the Champions League and all these other league games are whatever 8 or 9. You're still not getting up to. I mean, it's just too many games in baseball. I think.
I think I can see it evolve into that one day. The question for you, Mr. Roberts, okay? You were talking about it with the replay and things of that nature. Mm-hmm. What I don't understand is, so we all accept that in a given play, there's tons of calls that the refs probably miss.
Yeah.
But the coaches are sitting on the sidelines and even having their underlings looking at something because we're looking at the stuff that's the most egregious, thing that happened that we can see. And we also want to be sure before we even call for the challenge that this is something that potentially we could win. Why are the refs just focused on what it is that the coach is actually challenging? Like all the other stuff with them coming out and saying, well, never mind what you challenged, but this also happened and this is what we call it. That's not what we asked you about. We asked you about this particular play or this particular foul. Like, why aren't you just not focusing on only that? Because if they did that, I think that would make the replay actually work. The thing that makes it crazy for us as fans when we hear it is like, we didn't even ask you about that.
Well, but that's a new thing into the NBA. And we were talking about that earlier with the Karl Anthony Towns foul that was added on the out of bounds call. That was created a year ago in which you can challenge an out of bounds play. And if they also notice a foul on it, which is what they did, they can call the foul. And look, my issue with replay, I don't want to get rid of it all. But in the NBA, I just don't think it works. Right. I think last night's game is a wonderful example of that. You have a third foul on SGA that should have been called, needed to be called, and there was never a chance to review it because there was no whistle. It was a no call. Right. Then later in the game, OG commits what eventually is called an offensive foul, but on the court is called a blocking foul, and they're able to overturn that. Right. It's just the inconsistencies of what's able to be reviewed in the NBA makes the results feel uneven. And so as much as I like replay getting things right, to me it feels very broken in the NBA. Yeah. Which is why I would abolish it.
Yeah, it's not even. It feels like it's subjective. It's not, but it feels like it can be.
David is in Tom's River. Hey, David.
Hey, Evan. Hey, Tiki. I'm a huge Giants fan. I was a huge fan of you when I was little.
Thank you, man.
So, pleasure to talk to you. It's awesome.
Thank you, bro.
I just want to say I'm not scared of the Celtics at all. I think we took care of them last year pretty, with Tatum with the 2 wins in Boston. But, with the playoffs, to be the best, you have to beat the best. And, whoever the Knicks play, whether that be in the first or second round, I think they can go toe-to-toe with anyone. And I'm not really worried about Tatum and the Celtics that much. And I think if it comes down to it, they'll beat them in a 7-game series.
I think you speak for most Knicks fans. I think most Knicks fans look at the Celtics and say, okay, Tatum came back. We were up 3-1 on you.
Yeah.
They leave out the fact that it took 2 miraculous wins in game 1 and 2 to go up 3-1, but there's a confidence that you have. What scares me about Boston, and I didn't read that much into it early because Tatum was out and was never sure if he was going to come back, and I wasn't sure how good Boston would be, were the comments that Jaylen Brown made. And I'll bring them back for tomorrow's show because I got to find them. But Jaylen Brown has had this look in his eye and this, what's that thing that's on your back and you get mad?
The monkey on the back?
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Or he's felt like he's, chip on the shoulder.
Chip on your shoulder. That's what I was thinking of. Or the refrigerator on your back. No, it's not a refrigerator. The piano. The piano's on your back. Or maybe it is monkey on your back.
Yeah, you got to get the monkey off your back.
So it's all of them.
Right.
Or is the chip off your back and the monkey off your shoulder?
Okay.
Right.
It feels like Jaylen Brown's had all of those things.
Yeah.
He's had a refrigerator. He's had all of it. And he's made these snide comments about the Knicks as if they're out for blood.
Yeah.
They're out for revenge.
It's almost like he's so offended that he lost to the Knicks that he can't stop talking about it.
Well, because here's why, and I don't want anyone to get offended by this because it's okay. The Celtics were better.
Yeah, they just didn't play well enough.
They did not. They did not hit their shots.
Right.
And they lost, and they blew a couple of games. And I think, look, there was a reason why the Knicks were huge underdogs last year. And it wasn't just the regular season games. The Celtics were the defending champions who were just better. They were better. And
dominant all season long.
And they lost. And take nothing away from that. The Knicks kicked their ass, man, and you guys deserve a lot of credit. But there's almost that sense of, we know we're better than you. And we can't wait to prove it.
Yeah.
And that would scare me.
And by the way, there's nothing wrong with thinking that, but they still have to go do it.
Absolutely. And they haven't done it during the regular season, though we throw that out because it doesn't matter.
But the Knicks, at the same time, aren't scared of them.
No.
I mean, there may have been a point at some point over the last 2 seasons where if you're in the Knicks, you're not scared because I don't think any player team is scared of another team because they put their jock straps on the same way. But it was just more, we have to beat them in order to believe that we can actually beat them.
Yeah.
Know that we can actually beat them. Now they know that. They're not scared of them.
No, the makeup of a Knicks-Celtics series this year is very different than last year.
Yes.
Because I remember the argument I made. I will live by it, even though it did not age well. And Boston agreed with me with my argument, which was the Knicks upsetting the Celtics would have been a bigger upset than the Giants beating the Patriots in 2007, 2008. And up in Boston, they agreed. Tiki was deeply offended. Sean almost quit. It was one of those, they didn't like that opinion.
Right.
And I didn't even think that was like a crazy opinion because, again, they agreed with me up in Boston that, yes, it'd be a bigger upset if we lost this best-of-7 series as opposed to one singular game to the New York Knicks. That is not going to be the focus this time around. It's more of an evenly matched, let's see what happens kind of series. Jake's in Monroe. What's up, Jake?
Yeah, I'd just like to say, you were talking about the replays before. I think the replay could work if you're able to challenge a no call.
How do you do it, though? So on a play like last night with SGA being called or should have been called for a third foul, the action now continues, and it could continue for minutes at a time. So how do you challenge a no call?
Yeah, I didn't think that far.
Well, that's the challenge. It's like basketball. The nature of basketball, it's constant. It doesn't stop unless there's an intentional stop by a coach or out of whatever. Whereas in football, there's 40 seconds in between plays. You know what I mean?
I didn't think that far.
It doesn't right, but in football, it's easy and that's why the red flag is so useful because you have time to think about it. You don't have time to think about it in the NBA.
I didn't think that far.
That's funny, though.
No, I appreciate his honesty.
Right.
I thought he was going to give it back to me with something like, well, you can foul on purpose, stop the ball, and then it's worth it, and you challenge, or you can only do it once a game, and if you stop the momentum, there's a penalty where you get 2 free throws. Like all these crazy ideas that were going through my head last night. But his answer was, I didn't think that far.
He just said, I'm stumped. I don't know.
Right.
You got me.
Good point, Evan.
Thank you. All right, real quick, let's go to Eddie in Rockland. Eddie.
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
What's up?
Now, Teak, I got a question for you. All right, you guys, you're the GM of the Giants, and Evan's GM of the Jets. And at number 5, you're sitting in the phone rings, right? And you get a phone call saying, "Do you want the 16th and the 44th pick for the for the 5th spot? Do you do a trade down?"
Yeah, but what am I getting?
Yeah.
Like, who am I picking at 5 that I'm trading up for? If anything, I'd go backwards because I need so many players that I would want more picks.
Yeah, that was a giant Jet trade.
Yeah.
I don't think the Jets need to do that.
No, we don't. I'm interested probably in trading back just because I need as much as I can, especially if you give me assets in 27 to prepare me even better to potentially have to trade up and get a quarterback. So if you missed any of the show, you can rewind it on the Odyssey app. A lot of football and a lot of basketball today. You could also check out the entire show on YouTube or download the Evan and Tiki podcast or rewind on the Odyssey app. So many, many options. We'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Coming up is the Carton Show with Craig Carton and the Bloody Sock. We'll talk to you tomorrow at 10 a.m.